It's midnight glory, heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary and awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, relentless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
What's up, guys? Good morning. All right. Howdy, friends. Let's try something here. Okay. Ooh, morning, friends. All right. It's so funny. You can see the goofy cowboy hat sitting here, picking it up off the floor so that Pickle wouldn't eat it. I have a feeling that my prop game is about to go hand through the roof. IDOC is having a lot of fun looking online for like props and costumes and things. Gonna get crazy here. What's up? Good morning, everybody. What's up, Fraser, Hannah, Eli, Benny, Jim, Mark, no, Taekwon, Julian, Matt, Nathan, Financial Fred, Ice Wild, Sook, Simon, Dean. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all. Good morning, all. PB, DWG, Morris, Suckface, Todd, Sean. What's up? Little Blue, our favorite bot. That was funny yesterday. Gold Digger, Lee Media, Spork, Justin, Gary, Gareth, Brian. Morning. Bleep, bleep. What's up, Ty? Ty, you streaming today, bro? Thought you were streaming today. What time you getting on? Lucas, what's up? TD, what's up? Jesus, what's up? Badger, what's up? Maddie, what's up? Chanel, what's up? David, what's up? Oh, David, I saw you texting me yesterday. I didn't get a chance to see it back. Man, dude, I'm so bad at responding with texts within a day. What's up? Noamin, what's up? Hannah, what's up? DWG, what's up? Dominic, what's up? Aid. Yeah, we're going to be out in the Austin area, kind of 4th of July-ish, so we might be throwing a huge shindig party thing. Those of you that are in the Austin area, hit me up in Discord. I'm already up $17,000 already in the overnight. Isn't that crazy? Literally. Like literally. Like just, it's a funny story. I went, you know, right, we you know, we had boot camp right yesterday, and in boot camp, I always run the numbers at the end of the night for boot camp, and we ran the numbers. I'm like, oh, it's long up, right? We all know the drill. We've got monthly hedge and hedge right here, and I'm like, hey, long up is good. It's already boot camp. I'm like, cool, you know, we fell to support. I'm along at the open. Market opens, pops up, comes inside of here, then falls, kind of to fill the gap. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just long. And I longed with 4 NASDAQ contracts. Can I activate YouTube translation? I can. How do I? Hold on, let me see how I do that. Pause for a moment. YouTube translation. I don't have an option here to do so. Closed captions. Oh. The button doesn't let me change it once I'm live. I thought I always had closed captions on. Nanek, I will have to do it for next stream because it probably doesn't let me do it while the stream is live, but there's a slider, but it's a great app for closed captions. I wonder why on earth I would ever turn that off. I thought I always had that turned on. I can't change it without ending the stream though. Sorry about that. Tomorrow, I promise, Nanek, everybody, I'll have it for tomorrow. You'll try me. Yeah, so the S&P was like, okay, 10 points lower. Once you filled the gap, I was like, let me long again. I was going to long in all my accounts too. I was going to hit it hard. I managed to only get it in 3 accounts though. And so that's like, all right, that's okay. It's fine. But I literally was like going to hit it with like 2 to 4 contracts in all of my accounts. So market popped, dropped. And then right when we had drop in here and it started consolidating, I was like, oh, well, whatever. Let me just start building my long here. I know I'm early, but I'm going to commit to the trade, put the long in, put a stop, and then do my thing. Consolidating. I grabbed 4 contracts in one account, 2 contracts in another, and 2 contracts in another. And then I decided to, you know, I was going to trade just to back to this equilibrium here, right? I was like, whatever, I'll just trade back up to there, and it might take all night to do it. I'm going to set a stop and then go do my thing. And then I left to go pick IDOC up at the airport, literally like literally just immediately left to go get her. And I had to pick her up. You know, from like 30 minutes away. And then so as I'm driving, the market's just like blip, 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 blip. And I'm like, oh, good. I forgot to set a, you know, a limit order to sell. I set a stop loss and I was just going to, you know, do my thing. And then, you know, I thought I had a limit order to sell right up in here, but I didn't. And this is my MyFunded and this is my Tradeify. And you guys know the drill with my Tradeify. I have this really, and somebody asked me, Brian asked me yesterday, he's like, why are you running your Tradeify so hard? And I said, well, it's because I'm using a kind of a unique strategy. And I'm going to tell you why I do this. It's kind of, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of genius in a way. It's something to think about. It's not necessarily the strategy for everybody, but it's a strategy to accomplish my goal the best way. Now, Tradeify has a 20% consistency, right? If I make a trade that's that big, I have to commit to make $50,000, 50, before I get my first payout on that account or second payout or whatever. I think I'm second payout cycle with this one. No, first. I think this is first payout. Anyways, it's near the front. The goal I always had with all of them was to put like 40 to 50K buffer in it just to get as far ahead as I can, you know, at the max. Go aim for 5 to 10K if I can. To put a huge buffer. Let me tell you why. Because your consistency only applies to that payout cycle. So whatever it is, you just got to get 5 times the amount of your biggest trade. So now I'm committed to hitting this account hard, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. Once you get to your payout, then you get, $3,000. Doesn't matter what you make, you get $3,000, and then the cycle starts over. And the thing is that once you get your first payout, it really doesn't matter the consistency. You shouldn't aim and fire hard all the time. But here's the thing: almost all of my accounts have like $30,000 to $50,000 in them now, right? These were the last 2 to get to that level, and so the idea is now I have this huge buffer, 50K or whatever, 30K, all some of these, that I'll never blow them up. So the problem with trading consistency out the door is you'll get your payout faster and easier. But the thing is that you're just like, okay, up 1,000, up 1,000, up 2,000, up 3,000, down 2,000, up. You're just fighting it. And then finally you get to payout target like 1 or 2 weeks later, and maybe you get your payout. But maybe along the way, like a week or 2 in, Donald Trump tweets something and you blow up, right? You're just inching along and inching along and inching along. The first bad news that happens, you die. This was a genius strategy to avoid being chopped by random tweets and news. So let me tell you what it works. Yeah, it doesn't matter what your balance is. Your max is your max. The idea is that you have an account that's active. Say that I'm trucking along, and then say how I move this account to like 50 grand, and then finally I hit consistency and I take a 3K payout. Okay, I'm there. And then I'm now trucking along for the $4,500 target, really slow at that point. 1 mini, 2 minis, 1 mini, 2 minis, etc. And that's what I'm doing now. That's why my balance isn't rocketing up to 200, 300, 400,000. You guys remember, my goal was to get 5 funded live accounts with these guys at max pay and max level, right? So max level means that once I go live, I'm going to be getting 15,000 times 5. I'll be getting a $75,000 live trading account, or 5 times 15 from Brett. Now, once I get them all to that perfect level, now this kind of market can survive a Trump tweet or a crazy tweet, or I have an accidental 20K loss day where I just fuck up completely and I still don't blow up the accounts. Meaning that I buy these accounts in February and I haven't had to pay another dime since then. You understand what I'm saying, my strategy? Consistency only matters to get your payout. Whenever you get a big trade, you're committing to that for that cycle. And that's really just for that cycle. So this account needs to get $50,000 in it now to get the next payout, right? So who cares? I can do that in a week. I can do that in a month. I can do that with better. I hit it with 4 contracts every day, and I can do it in pretty much the same cycle. It just means you're committing to the trade. So when people are like thinking, oh, I need to make $9,000, let me inch my way there. It doesn't matter how you get there. You just need to make your biggest trade times 5, and it's available to do it every day. It's not going to really matter because it's a paper account. I hit this with 4 contracts every day now instead of 2, instead of 1. And then I just put the buffer in. The cool thing about the buffer is once you get your account, then you can slow down. In round 2, see, round 1, you're fighting to get your big account on that buffer. Well, round 2 is you basically start over from 0, but you still have that huge buffer in your account. First account, you need to make 9,000, and I end up making 50. Okay. Once I get the payout, second round, you need to make 4,500. Okay. Then I start trading 1 E-mini. And I inch my way forward, $900 a day, $900 a day, $900 a day. The trick is, and the reason I do that is that with the buffer, I don't blow up the accounts on a bad day. Without the buffer, you can spend weeks and weeks of working and then bust in a day and start all over. And I have never had to start all over in 3 of these accounts. 3 of these accounts have been babysitting going on 4 months now with this strategy. That's why I'm telling you guys, it's a good strategy. What's the ultimate goal? Not to make an income trading Tradify. The end goal is to get the maximum allocation with the minimum amount of cost, the biggest live accounts there, and get on the fucking leaderboard and be number 1. That's it. That's literally my goal. And for that goal requires a genius strategy like this in this environment, because Donald Trump can erase a month of your hard work in a single tweet. You understand what I'm saying, guys? Imagine inching up 1K, 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 and then you lose 15 or whatever, a single bump. You guys get it? Yeah, relatively speaking, I just wanted to get and I told you guys many months ago when I announced this was my plan, I was like, I'm not going to worry about payouts until later. I'm going to, screw consistency now. I'm going to aim to put a big buffer and then worry about consistency later. And what's the goal of that? Well, to avoid volatility. You guys remember when I was talking about that? You can get unlucky days when the market just dives against you on Chinese tariff news. Before you can even act, you might be taking a piss at that time, and all of a sudden you come in, you busted all your accounts, 2 months of hard work vanished, right? With 50,000 in an account, I could put one contract in there and fucking go to Hawaii for a week and come back with no stop loss, and there'd still be money in that account. You'd have to go out of your way to blow up $50,000 trading one contract for a $4,500 profit target. You literally have to try extremely hard, and even luck wouldn't allow you to blow up an account that size with that small of a position. So because of that, I've guaranteed $75,000 live account. You understand my strategy, right? It doesn't matter what your profit is, as long as you get a 9,000 target, whether you make 9,000 or 20,000 or 80,000, you just need to make your same trade times 5. And with the buffer, you start over round 2. It's the inverse of people's strategies with Apex. Apex, the strategy was people would YOLO out the door and build a huge fat buffer and then flip the account, get denied a payout, and then they'd start over with a new cycle, and then they would just inch forward on Apex, just making a couple of trades, and then boom, they would get their payout. That's how the Apex thing would work. You put a big buffer out the door to get over the hurdle of trailing drawdown, and then you're it. Well, I put a big buffer out the door in Tradeify to avoid Trump drawdown, right? You accidentally try to make money. You accidentally make money trying to lose it. That happens, man. It really does. Oh, my funded next is finally funded now. Thank God. It took this many days. I've been talking to them very, very passionately, by the way, at Funded Next, mostly expressing frustration and anger. Oh, they're very receptive and listening to us. They had this big sale. They got really big, really fast. And then they had a really, big holiday where they all kind of were like out of the office for last week, and they're all back now. And now they're catching up, which is good. But they have been delayed with getting people's accounts, getting people's funded accounts. Okay, let me do trader. Let me load in here. And I've made a bunch of suggestions, and Brian Stock, a couple people have been making a bunch of suggestions to them about what they need to do to make this process easier for the American trading customer base. Obviously we have different expectations in the futures world than most of these firms have for their what the heck? Oh, let me log into this. And most of these firms have for like their global customer base. Hold on, let me try to get everything organized on my screen now that I got. Okay, hold up. Okay, you are there. Refresh this. So, and they're listening. They're like, okay, we understand what you guys are saying. We'd love to make some changes to speed things up, make the KYC easier, things like that. So I'm excited to see these changes come through the pipeline. Oh, shoot. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Live. I'm gonna log into all my accounts here. All right. All right, you're good. You're good. Nope, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. Perfect. You were there when Matt made $15,000 to being an insider. Oh yeah, Matt. I mean, I know the market makers who wrote the algo, the single algo that runs the market. I asked them myself. They were trying to kidnap me and throw me in the back of a truck, but I got them to tell me this amazing story about the algo they wrote, and then now they call me when they're gonna move the market. True story. Well, of course, happens to be every time. On that topic, U.S. are currently in new negotiations with Chinese representatives in London. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Market went way up and then came way down. So I don't even know what moved the market. But to finish the story, I'm driving to take to pick iDog up and her mom from the airport. Then I just basically like casually see that the market's going up like crazy. And I'm like, pull over a stoplight. I'm like, oh, let me double check everything. And I look at my finger, so I'm like, oh wow, I'm up. That's kind of cool. And I go to log into my Tradeovate with my Tradeify, and it wasn't accepting my password. I was like, what the heck? I don't know if I typed in something or did something wrong. And so I was like, okay, whatever, that sucks. And then I was like, okay, I tried my MyFunded futures. I logged into my live account. I'm like, okay, that's good. Because I was like, oh crap, I forgot to set a limit order to sell. I'm just kind of in this long with the stop loss. Like, YOLO. But I mean, that's stop loss there, which is fine. But market just ramped up pretty quick over, like a 20-minute period. I was just like, okay, well, that's kind of cool. Close out my MyFunded futures like right here. And then I go and I'm like, okay, well, I can't with my Tradeify. That kind of sucks. And I'm like, maybe I go back, get her, and then end up going home because I was going to get them, drop them off the other side of town. They come home and everything. And I said, by the time I get home, I'm probably going to lose everything. I'm like, damn it. I'm up like $5,000 in those accounts. I'm probably going to lose it all. And then as I'm picking them up, and I couldn't log into my Tradeify, and I couldn't log into the Tradeify site because the Tradeify site was down last night. So here I am, like on the side of the road, pulled over in a gas station, about to pick them up, trying to log in the Tradeify. I'm texting Brad. I'm like, hey, Brad, your site is down, man. Like there's some Cloudflare limit or something. And so it's up now. They just, anyways, the site was down, so I couldn't get my login credentials and all that. And then as I'm sitting at the gas station, literally, a couple of minutes go by and it's just like, bloop, 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 bloop. And then, before we take them home, we're like driving. I'm like, hey guys, we got to make a detour by the house. So I make a detour by the house. Like I didn't want to make like 100K on this freaking trade because I didn't want my buffer to be too big. The thing is that I needed to make, I need to get a 50K buffer in each account. That's definitely the goal. But I was freaking out and iDoc was like, what's going on? I was like, I need to get home quick because I got to close this trade. She's like, how much are you up? I'm like, I think I'm up probably like 15K. And she's like, you think it still can go up? And I'm like, I don't want it to. I need to sell because I can't, if I get a 20K profit on accident, then I got to make 100K to get the first payout, and I'll never make a payout. I'll just have to cancel and reset the account because it took me forever. I might as well start over. She's like, well, you have to start over if you make too much money. I'm like, well, kind of, yeah. Because I'm like, 50K is probably the max I want as a buffer. And I had to explain to her my whole genius idea. She's like, oh, that's actually pretty smart. She's like, so you save money doing that? I'm like, yeah, save a whole lot of money building the buffer up front. And then you can avoid the crazy catalyst news and stuff and never really get blown up out of the account. I was like, but a 10K day is about as big as I'd want to go. Period. And I was like, we got to get home first so I could close this trade out. And I would close the trade and I was kind of like, whew, thank God. Thank God I only made 15K. I didn't want to make any more. That is the funny part of the story. Had it continued to just go up and up and up for whatever reason it was going up, I would have probably reset the account. Just letting you know. So I'm making sure this one I do not trade. All right, I'm not trading that one anymore. I don't want to make any more cash in that one. This one is good. This one, okay, I don't want to make any more on that one or this one. Okay, perfect. So we're rushing home across town so I could just exit the position because I couldn't log in from my phone. And I hate like Tradeovate's mobile app because it doesn't save your login credentials. You got to type them in every time. And for some reason, I don't even understand why, but for some freaking reason, it wasn't taking my Tradeovates, but I could have remoted into my PC, but I didn't. I just got a new phone, so I didn't have any apps installed, nothing. I just got a new phone like 2 days ago. Give you access to the algo, to the market maker algo. Oh yeah, I mean, I know the market maker who made the single algo that runs the market. But no, that 943, my target from yesterday was what I'm trying to aim for, so that was kind of nice. Pretty nice. So let's prep for today. 10 minutes on market opens. There's no news today. We have CPI tomorrow. Nice, clean, easy day. I don't even know what made the market move and what made the market sell. Must be some China chatter, but let's double check now that we're here. What the hell is going on? Can anybody fill me in any news that actually happened yesterday that made the market move like that? I don't see anything red. Or they chit-chatting about trade war stuff? China injects, not one, okay, injection. Cash injection. It's about the time it started moving. Japan. What happened in Japan? Sure, it's somewhere in Asia because it was at 8 o'clock my time. Japan bond yield drops 5 basis points. What the fuck? On the 30-year? What the hell? What is going on in Japan? That's crazy. Okay. It's the inflation. The same problem we have. Well, actually, no, it's the opposite. When the bond yield drops, it means people are rushing in the 30-year bonds. Why, though? Is the stock market that toxic over there? Is Japan like on the brink of a recession or in a recession? What's going on over here? We need to look this up today. I don't see any breaking news. Hello? What the heck?
Do you have hummus in here?
You're back.
Yeah, I am. Do you have hummus in there?
Yeah, it's in there.
So I can make your avocado toast.
No. Remember, no, not today.
Not today?
Yeah, no, you're sleep and relax and rest.
I can't because the maid is here. That's why I'm up. She woke me up.
Uh-oh.
You had to clean the house.
You can take the hummus though if you want.
I
But
don't need to. You don't want.
I didn't want you to have to wake up today and make anything. That's really sweet of you. I had a delicious breakfast of this thing
I disagree.
and this thing.
I agree.
Okay. It's a protein bar. It's thing thin. It has like no calorie, no sugar.
I'm like half asleep, but.
Okay. You want to trade for me?
Yeah, sure. Take off your glasses.
Why?
Because.
Oh my God.
It's been
Oh God. You know, I like you. I like you so much sometimes.
Alright, good night.
You're absolutely the best person
Good
ever.
night. I'm going back to sleep. Bye.
Where are you going to sleep at?
I don't know, on the couch out here in front of your office or in my office.
You should go get the heated blanket and then sleep in your black chair.
Yeah, she always starts in the room and I hate it. I'm like, start in the kitchen or somewhere else.
Have her start in the kitchen today.
It's a little hot in here. Can we turn up the AC?
Turn it down maybe to 72. I turned it up because it was getting cold.
Let me know. You
Yeah.
want it down?
Turn it down a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Gosh, stop, Mom. All right. The maid is here. Yeah, she needs to clean the bottom of the house first. Set it up here. All right, we're gonna open somewhere around here. I mean, yesterday's close is gonna be somewhere lower, I believe. Yep. So let's put this estimating about. Where would yesterday's close kind of be at? Let me do this. So I'm gonna kind of estimate where that open half cap situation is gonna be. It's Mark early here. Welcome to the stream, guys. But yeah, so I'm definitely. My strategy is pretty solid with these tradeifys. It's just to guarantee that I get the biggest buffer as soon as I go live. And then once I go live with them, hopefully I can go be number 1 on the leaderboard. That was the whole reason to do all this prop stuff anyways, was to jump in the middle, but you guys thought was cool. And then get on the leaderboards. Teach everybody I'm the best. Duh. So this is a unique strategy that nobody employed. And I'm pretty excited to see if it works. Was this yesterday's close? Here we go. Right here. All right. Okay, so I'm just estimating where current open is going to be wherever this opens up at. So half cap's going to be somewhere in there. Let's do the same thing on S&P. Yep. IDOC is back. So here we are last night rushing home. We're supposed to go pick her mama from the airport and then go straight to her mom's house. Instead, we had to take a 30-minute detour to run back home. So I closed the position. So I didn't make any more than 10K in that account. I made too much. Oh, not too much, but I almost made too much. I was freaking out because if it was going to go any further than that, I was like 10K is like that perfect sweet spot, which is rare. Nobody expected this to happen, but I'm like, I can manage a 50K buffer for sure. But if it's 100K, there's no way I'm going to get the payout, because the question is not about the payout. You only go live after you make a certain amount of payouts in the account. So you still have to target their rules to get a payout. You can't just make infinity dollars. But her trying to explain it to her mom why we're like rushing back home. Her mom was like, I don't get it. You know, they were all kind of like, can't you just, isn't it okay to make a lot of money? And we're like, no, kind of not, but you know, we'll see. Tyler, when you going live, dude? I realize, you know, I got to come in there and talk like mad shit to you and troll you like from your first day and just make it absolutely miserable for you. And then have iDot come in there and accidentally ban everybody. While she was like, the story, if you missed it, she lays on the couch watching the stream, moderating, and she would like fall asleep and like this, and like with her thumb accidentally ban people. I was having this crazy conversation about like gamma exposure with like one of the smartest people that ever stumbled into the stream. Like my fucking bro mate shows up, you know, and we're like hitting it off, just talking gamma. And it was like a crazy discussion. His name was David. David and I were talking, and all of a sudden David disappears, and iDoc texts me. She's like, I accidentally timed that guy out. And I was like, well, untime him out. She's like, well, you can't. Once they're timed out, they're timed out. I was like, well, how long are they timed out for? The guy was very interested in like what we did. We were having this great discussion about, you know, gamma exposure. And then gone. Never again. We'll never forget David. She timed him out for a day, and then he never came back. He probably thought I was the world's biggest douchebag because, you know, he just got banned while we were talking. Who knows where that relationship could have ended up? This is my bro. We were hitting it off. And then she butt banned him. And then a couple days later, she butt banned other people. She'll make sure to completely ruin like half of your community's access to chat, like with no time wasted. She's really good at it. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. You're one and only moderator. You only really need one, dude. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, no, I accidentally fell asleep and my thumb like slid across the phone. I'm like, I know that too, because sometimes I wake up with like a bruise on my forehead because I'm like watching my phone and I drop and it hits me in the face. I get it. Another time she was driving and I think she banned Stu or somebody, and we're just like, did you butt ban people again? She's like, yeah, I butt banned somebody again. Yeah, that's what I thought. She didn't like the bromance. She was getting jealous. She removed David permanently on purpose. We all know what she did. She's like, I'll gamma expose you, bro. Get out of here. But anyways, excited to see your live stream, brother. I'm gonna start doing my multi feeds in here somewhere. So I'll when you get going, I'll bring you. I'll get Brian. I'll get all you guys to come on. We'll do like two faces on stream, man. Get you some camera time over here if you ever want to stop by. I'll bring my boys on and we'll do like collab streams. I set it up once before. I've been always wanting to throw it live, but I never really committed to setting the layout, and so I didn't get that far with it yet. Yeah, the same woman who let me, the same girl that let me sell my calls. Can you believe it? And I'm still with her to this day. Actually, she told me not to sell my calls. I just avoided her. I avoided her advice. I left $1.55 million on the table selling my 510, 500 QQQ calls for May the 16th. With 50K profit. The trade I talked about for an entire month, the trade I talked about was worth $1 million. And a week before the damn Trump-China meeting, before anybody knew about it, I was losing profit and not going anywhere. And I said, well, I'll lose all of it if I wait another week. Might as well sell. Sad days. Sad days. I think we go bearish today. No, I don't think today, but we could. I think the market continues to go back up to all-time highs. There's no mechanism to bring it down. CPI is coming out tomorrow, and the estimates on CPI are that it's actually worse than last time, which I don't understand. I think that that's being an overshoot or an overestimate, that it's going to be a better than expected CPI. So look at this. CPI year over year for May, expectation is a 2.5 on a 2.3. Previous, right? CPI has been trending down and trending down and trending down and trending down. Now, this is delayed data, of course. It hasn't incorporated fully the impact of the tariffs yet. The May number was down. This forecast has been lowering. For some reason, the forecast is slightly higher when the CPI has been trending lower. So if we don't get a big bump in CPI, then the market's probably going to continue to stay bullish. If some reason this forecast is 2.5 and CPI goes to like 2.7, 2.8, whatever, then the market will freak out and will sell off. So it'd be probably tomorrow. So today's probably not the sell-off day. Today's probably internal to this big-ass range we've seen. And so today we'd be looking for dips to buy. Today's probably going to be volatile and choppy. So it's going to be a nice, easy day like yesterday. A lot of pre-positioning for CPI. And CPI year over year has also got this effect in the math that's a year old, right? So the year over year is distance between where we are now and where we were a year ago. And that year over year change is what you're plotting. And if the previous year was like really big and the current year was not, right? The year over year, this minus this, this minus this, this minus this, you see how the change is big and the change is small. The CPI year over year change would be shrinking, right? Even though the CPI is going up. So the year over year change is somehow, there's a trick in the math that makes you think the actual inflation is coming down, but this is the change in price over the course of a year. And so it has to do with what last year looked like compared to this year. And you can see that this is the difference between, the inflation over the course of a year starting from today. And while in general, it's going to trend down with the actual, the actual price index itself. But the year over year change is what people are looking at, because that inflation number is what the Fed looks at to decide if it's right to raise rates or lower rates. So an example is if last year, like if you talk about like April, May, and then June of 2024, and then you have April, May, and June of 2025, you can see that the change is not much. The change is down, and then the change is way down, like this minus this, this minus this. So if the consumer price index is going slightly up, and then a year ago it was going way up, the actual graph here would be going down because you're subtracting the difference. This is a difference of 0, this is a negative, and this is way negative. So the sloping down could just mean a difference between the two different shapes, even though the actual CPI itself is going up. It's a math thing that you have to be aware of. So anyways, the reason I'm saying that is that we have been going down, but clearly because, years ago we had COVID baked into it, COVID inflation. So we are going down because the change month over month is not that big compared to the change month over month after COVID. And so now we're finally starting to get a year past that data. This is not skewing current data. Now that we're a year past 2023, then some. Now we're basically just looking at this. So now it's a more smoothed out piece of data. So now the market's gonna be very sensitive to the CPI year over year change because it's now accurate. It wasn't really much that accurate back in here. So yeah. And they reformulated it back in 2023 as well to change the equation to be a little bit less sensitive to these large dynamic changes near term. Anyways, CPI is going to be the big mover tomorrow. Sorry, I'm just like long-winded chatter there. Tomorrow morning, pre-market, CPI is going to move this fucking market all over the place. And if it's a hit, like, we hit the target or beat it, the market's going to flip shit. Okay. Right now, current conditions are stating that the market doesn't care. VIX below 100, check. VIX below 1865, which is our triple B number, check. So right now, the market doesn't care about anything. It's not pricing in any surprise. Right now, the market is pricing in beating expectations because that expectation on the forecast is that we're going to go up to 2.5 from the 2.3 we have. And so what if we don't, right? So the market is expecting us not to, or else the VIX would be pricing in some volatility, probably because the tariff situation is better this month than the last month. So Wall Street is telling you they don't expect a big change or deviation. They probably expect a beat on that estimate. If we don't get a beat on that estimate, then the market's going to flip out. That's the whole thing I'm saying. Wall Street's telling you the CPI is going to be mild and not a surprise. That's what the charts are telling you. So if it ends up being a surprise, people are going to freak out. And this move like this, it could end up being that we're down here by today. So just be very careful today, friends, because the market may be pre-positioning for, CPI. Usually big ups like this and big downs like this, you got to just be careful. Not that I'm calling for a sell-off. I never do that, but I'm always going to be cautious, right? Guys, don't forget to hit that like button every single morning. Smash it real quick. We open in about 5 minutes here. Sounds like Cujo in the back. Dude, he's barking so loud. Pickles world. We just live in it. He goes back and forth though because he had puts that were up 100% after that. Yeah, I did. And then they expired worthless. So, that's exactly right. Had I closed the puts out when I should have, I would have made another 80K. And then I held on to them and they expired worthless. So such as Wall Street. Well, I only spent like 20K on those puts. They were up. No, they were up almost 400%. The minute I woke up that morning, I was up 80K total profit. So, again, that's why options are a crapshoot. There's always a coulda, woulda, shoulda. Man, if I would have held on, I would have made $1.6 million. Oh, that'd been so great. Such is life, though. Good morning, everybody. Retrace of yesterday's melt up. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what was going on overnight with all this stuff. Look at Asian market, European market stuff. There's no red line there or anything. Okay. Should be good. We're going to look for opening resilience. Is the market? We are kind of gapping up. So we're going to see if that resilience number is pretty solid going into morning sesh. As stocks will be gapping up. If resilience gaps up and starts to fade, we can have a downward day to press lower lows. We clearly do have like, we're floating between the DD bands. We have MHP down in here. That's where we kind of supported this morning. And so I think that today we don't go any lower than this. If we break MHP, it's pretty gnarly. And there's really no news today to make it happen. So today, 59.89, probably lower target in S&P. NASDAQ, similar boat. 21,688. Not going much lower than that. MHP is a strong resistance pressure to hold to the upside. Pretty good. We're going to see if that resilience number is greater than 0. And I'm just kind of guessing where that open's going to be. Half gap will be in the middle. I'll move this right when we do open. Yeah, we're good. Usually big days like this, whatever this is, the market makes its way back up to there on the big runs up. And then maybe does in things. Whatever happened here, unhappened. So we're kind of in a weird spot. I'm in no hurry to give a lot of this back. I'm only going to be trading these 3 accounts right here in my funded next, which is finally live. Thank God. Took them like 3 days to flip that account from eval to funded. It's one of the ones that I bought on that sale they had. Nice how the analysis for the day starts. Yeah, cool. Appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Wall Street's kind of right now, VIX would tell you some alarming stuff. If the market was very sensitive to news, the VIX would be trailing higher. VVIX would be higher. So VIX is the sensitivity of the S&P to the news and the SPX. And then VVIX is the sensitivity of the VIX itself to the news. And none of them are showing any signs of issues. Both of them are saying the market's kind of like basically going to predict everything and get it right. So we'll see. All right. Opening 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. I want to do. So I'm going to estimate on a gap up that half gap will hold. This is basically opening flat. I hate flat opens. Hate. My brain just tells me I want to long at the open. Let me long at the open, just in case resilience on a gap up. We hold. I just pushed one contract long, just to take a bet on the burp up. Resilience is 80 and 70. Good. Okay. Good deal. Let's see if we hold it. This is just one contract. Gamble scalp at the open before I make a bigger decision. For a gap up with half gap support, I want to see resilience stay really high. The first pullback, it's in the 30s, the 20s. Should be all right here. Looking good to test those highs. Just we're back inside of the range before I get anything better data. I'm going to pocket that $500 of cash. Perfect. That's super simple trade out the door. Fuck you, market. All right, let's go. All right, let's see what else we got going for liquidity maps to come through. That's just a resilience gamble. I do that all the time. Watching resilience numbers. It's now down to 10 and 15. I want to see it move high on a gap up. The fact that we're flat and it's not 80 or 90 permanent, I just closed out. So let's wait for this. It's probably going to sell off. Oh yeah, you guys get to see all my tricks, huh? All right. $17,000 a day. Let's wait and see. We got something better. Okay, same as we got yesterday, guys. BLU with positive res. It's looking solid. B setups again. You know, obviously open is a setup that I always take. So I basically preemptively did that earlier today. Open is a setup and also close to open is a setup on positive res. So we're going to support. This is great. So literally about, oh man, that's it. So the setups that we get today are very easy. You get one, I get one choice. It's from here up and that's it. If I can't get something on this, let's rock S&P today. What does it put? One trade on one S&P here. Let's do this one. S&P at the open. We should be good. Resilience. Oh, wait, no, Nasdaq resilience is negative. I hate flat days, dude. I fucking hate them. I do. All right, let's take the hit. There's index divergence today, so be very careful, guys. Nasdaq is down, S&P is up. Actually, I don't like it. Let me close it out. No, I'm going to close out and wait. It's not strong enough on a flat day for me to want to move. Let me get a lower move on this. I'm not going to take the open trade. Instead, I'm going to go for a better A+ setup. Let's wait. Fuck it. Okay, we open here. Resilience is nose dove. But again, remember, flat days, resilience is very choppy. The right trade, the only trade is up. But see, the fact is that QQQ has a really solid support down in here. You definitely have an A+ setup on the low side. So today, while I can take a scalp from here to pick up some pennies on this, the smarter trade would be for me to sit out right and magically the market falls to my level. What up, banana bread? What's up, baby? This is America. We only long here. That's right. There's your A+ setup on this. Now again, open rally is a good setup. Open blue open is a better setup. A+ setup today is a 15. This is a 1.5 to 1 trade setup on QQQ. I'd love to take that. This is an unbounded rise up to essentially to test the highs from the previous sesh today. Now I did close out earlier, just a second ago. I did take a long. I did close it out. I wish resilience had started a little higher. It means all the stocks also open flat. We need to get a lot of momentum here. So without that, I don't want to take a big long. And let me just kind of wait. A+ setup would be absolutely better than a B setup. So let's wait. Let's be the smarter fucking kids in the room, all right? QQQ's A+. Simon likes to shout at me. Dude, I love Simon. He doesn't let me forget. So QQQ's perfect. We've got some good bull zone bottom. This is going to be the gimme trade today, guys. This shit falls to here. Maybe it'll overshoot, maybe not, but at 530 from the open. So that's roughly 60 points lower. 65. Let me just move that right here. Nice little scalp there. As an A+. Yeah, 90%er. Look at that. Look at that. Intuition, baby. Let's go on it. I love it. Better to wait for the better stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let me make this a better blue. Y'all can see that. Index divergence. Resilience is still okay, so the market may hang in there. I need a bigger, better blue color. Which one y'all like better? Oh, that's better. Easier to see. All right. NASDAQ is kind of set up there. S&P is kind of set up there. Okay, cool. Do I think we still have today? Nope. Half gap is still decent support. I can try. Like, it's like I don't want to miss out, but I don't want to be early either. Let's wait. Let's wait, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. Smash that like button really quick. We're going to do our giveaway in a little bit. We're doing our giveaways a different schedule these days. But hit it, guys. Let's get up to 500 likes today. If everybody can smash it. I think resilience is negative in the NASDAQ. So yeah, the negative resilience in NASDAQ is a cut and dry signal that filling the gap is likely. Res less than 0, so we're good. It's going to pull back down, hopefully, and then get us a better entry down into this range right here. I'm going to start building my position here and start building the rest of my position here. This is the telltale sign that the market's probably not going to rally too hard from here without testing some lows. But if it does and we miss out, we miss out. Now, the appropriate thing I could do is just take the long anyways, because this is all really smashed together. And maybe one account. I could do that. So we'll check the S&P. Or we can just chill. Let's just chill. Let's wait on this one. What do I want to do? No shorting today. No selling today. Just hoping for a better low. Any short would be a gamble, even though it could have some red coming out of the door here. The negative res just implies that it's going to make some low tests here from these highs. Why is the bear zone so far away? Just because in a bull market, you're going to see that. You're just locked up in a bull zone every day. So the algo has a 1.5 to 1 trade setup from blue. This is the perfect setup. If it were to fall to there, to go to there. Now, again, I'm not trying to short it to there. It can easily just take off without me. I'm going to wait on that. Okay, guys. Let's see if we get something good. Let's go. NVIDIA. Oh, thank you for letting me know. NVIDIA under MHP. So that could give us that downward momentum today. Or the lack of upward momentum. What do I want to do? Oh, okay, hold on one second. Platform logged me out again. Reconnect. Hold on, guys. I need to re-log into my stuff here. Sorry about that. There is that little run up there. shit, it deleted all my fucking work. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, okay. Oi. I don't know what happened here. I was like logged out. I guess my alert was red the whole time. Okay. Now what do we do from here, guys? Remember, no shorting. That's the rule. We did good on that. No loss, no over trading. We're master traders here, baby. We're master traders here. I don't know. Anybody in along right now? They take that little scalpy scalp there. Anybody here get it? You guys are. Crims is good. Tom is good. Ian, you close. Chris, you close. Scott, you're in it. Yeah. Resilience just got slightly better here. Good deal, man. You guys are so fucking sharp. I love it. They got bigger balls than I do. I did make $400 on that initial long scalp. So what we're going to do today is we're going to chill and wait for something good. I think that we still might pull back. I don't know why. I just had this like feeling. Not that I really like want to take the bet, but I do have a feeling. Let me do a red line calculation off of last night just in case. Let's get last night's numbers really quick. We're going to do a pullback here, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, friends, every day. Smash that for me. I know how it works. Oh yeah, there we go. That was clean. Okay. That's like basically the same spot. So 947 on NASDAQ. Okay. It's kind of like where that other impact was on the way up. So there's one on the way down. Let's do S&P really quick. These are recovery pivots. The market were to turn around and go one way or the other. These are targets. Yeah. This is a great trick. Actually, I'm curious. This is another event. I didn't mark the one in NASDAQ though. Let me go back and do the one in NASDAQ as well. I was too eager to check out the S&P. Looks like we're getting some pullback here. Okay. Okay, 875, 947. All right. 875, 947. 875, look at that. There's that run link, or that impact off of that event. Smashed and turned around. Holy shit. All right, let's do the S&P. That was on point there. S&P is 6021. It's the same thing. Yep. Hit that impact line. You guys remember that from the class and turned around? Is it just like a weird feeling about today? Let's go. Okay, let's hit those lower lows, man. That'd be nice. I think we're down here on this. Okay, since we tap the red line, we should be out. All right. Let's see. Lower. A little bit of volatility there. Okay. Hey, Matt, what's up, Venner? What's up, guys? All right, intuition's pretty good there on this. Now, again, the market's probably going to rally from here still. This isn't a big sell-off scare. But I'd like to see it go lower. I really want to see. Let's check NVIDIA again, because NVIDIA is the one that's given us a little bit of the nasties today. NVIDIA on MHP break to the downside. Just keep an eye on that. While I'm running some of the liquidity maps here, let's check the sectors. Should be all right over here. At this point, if it does try to fight its way lower, it's lower for the rest of the day. We might get a scalp or two, but now it's not going to reverse the rally on a day like this. Everything's green, though, so it does look pretty decent. The sector tracker, we should be good. Just a few key stocks are losing momentum, and everything's flat going to CPI. There's nothing moving today. So typically when things are flat, not moving, I still think up and normally think down. But it could be some pre-CPI selling. Apple is another liquidity map that's bearish today. NVIDIA's down, Apple's down. Microsoft is good in LP, which is fine. Meta. Oops. Meta. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button, friends. Everybody here, do me a favor while you're chilling. We're doing a contest. Every $1,000 that you spend with all of the prop firms here, using our code, we enter you into a drawing to give away Lifetime Rocket Scooter, a $4,000 prize, by the way. And that's going to be this Friday. So be here to win that $4,000 prize. Lifetime access to our software and platform forever. If you use our code and spend $1,000 with the prop firm, you enter. That's all you need to do. Don't forget to use code Rocket Scooter wherever you go. That money helps us grow the platform, support the business. We hire, we have 22 mouths to feed, 23 if you count me, and to build this platform, run this community, run tech support, do everything you guys need here. And the affiliate revenue we generate from your use of our code helps support the business and everybody that works for us. So really appreciate it. It's not like, my Lambo and apartment rent money like the kids out there. Daddy got his own house. Daddy got his own car. I'm trading. But, every kid out there is fighting now for affiliate code use because every kid out there wants to be, a garage full of cars while you spend money on prop firms. Good for them. I'm going to build something instead and give it back to you guys. Best thing out there. So Rocket Scooter code, we get the best deals, clearly. Affiliates sometimes get lesser deals or less cool deals. We get the most giveaway accounts and the best discount total. The more you guys use our code, the more giveaways we get. We have our partners donate 80 accounts per month to give away now. 80 prop firm accounts. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20... 25 of which are funded accounts. So already we give away that are donated 25 funded accounts every month. This Friday we'll be giving away 5 ETF funded accounts. So don't miss this Friday stream. And then of course, when we get to 1,000 viewers concurrently, I'm gonna tell people, if we get to $1,000 viewers, I'm going to buy $5,000 worth of funded accounts, straight to funded, and then give them out one a day, every day on my stream. Once we get to the 1,000 threshold, we're getting up to like the 700, 800 now, but we're at 1,000 concurrently. I will donate $5,000 a month to this community so that everybody has a chance to win a funded account every single day on top of what they donate. So that'll be a total of 45 funded accounts a month. So our brand of detergent to use, bro, there is only one brand of detergent worth using, and it's called Woolite Dark. And if you are a heavy metal headbanger like myself, or your clothes are basically black and gray and black and more black, and all your jeans are black, and you wear black boots, and your shirts are black, and your t-shirts are black, like my soul, you're gonna want Woolite Dark. It's by far the way to go. This guy right here, it even looks fucking metal. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look how metal that looks. Fucking Woolite Dark. Look at this. Even the box is cool looking, right? Look how cool this, look at the dark blues and purples. Even the packaging looks like metal. You know what I'm saying? Monster Energy drink and eyeliner, baby. So I learned Will I Dark trick whenever I was in, when I was a waiter, when I was in high school or college. Before I delivered pizzas, I was always waiting tables at a really fancy restaurant that you wore all black at. And Will I Dark it's a no fragrance, no dyes, no nothing. It's designed to be like limited impact on your black clothes. So your black stay black and shiny. Not black and faded, but like black and shiny. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, your blacks are like super rich and black. Anyways, Will I Dark all the way, baby. All the way. It does look cool, right? Like you like manly men out there. You don't want some frou fucking pink laundry detergent sitting on your laundry machine all day. You walk in, there's like flowers and it's like summer rain as the scent or whatever. You're like, bro, I want something manly. Look how manly this bottle looks. No briners, nothing. No scents, no odors. Your awesome, flannel shirts, you lumberjacks out there, don't come out smelling like lavender. You know what I'm saying? Sun Meadows. They come out smelling clean without smelling all frou-frou. But really though, the reason I like it because it's like no dyes and no shit. My clothes don't fade. That's really why I use it. But in the restaurant I worked at required us to use our detergent. There was like very strict standards. They were like, any clothes that you have, you must use. You have to dry clean your pants, dry clean your shirts. Anything else like an undershirt or your apron, which was, we had to wear these like full length aprons, these black ones. Your apron, they recommend you dry clean. But the thing is, your apron would get dirty every day. So you had to show up with a clean apron. So instead of buying 5 of them, people would just buy 1. They go, if you buy 1, you can use Will I Dark and it's acceptable instead of dry cleaning. And it'll keep that apron like crisp and black. All right. That's the laundry sauce, baby. That's a manly bottle. I'm saying black, just like my eyeliner, just like my hair dye. Actually, I was never emo kid. Just by the way, I always thought that was kind of dorky looking. I was a straight up metalhead when I was a kid. I never did the emo thing. That was before my time, anyways. Too much soap talk in here. It's like I used to like Matt so much. And then it seems like every day they're talking about lube and soap. Like, what's going on over here? This is the lube stream. Hey, you gotta blame Luke and Barbie yesterday for making us talk about lube. Scented oils. Takes me to take the hair piece off. BU. Take out the dentures. Take off the mask. Pivot points or entries. Right here, the open is a good solid entry point from here. This particular sell-off, I was waiting for a little bit of a lower low, but 947 was that entry target I was looking for. I mean, that exit target I'm looking for. Inside of here, I'm going to kind of avoid this. I want to see an A+ setup today. The B setup isn't too terribly bad to long at the open. Like, I think a lot of people here are still trying to take that long. Those are the only pivots to kind of like trade this range inside of here. And for the S&P, I'm looking for a dip today. I've already made a significant trade, so I really want to kind of like chill. 875 is this key pivot here on NASDAQ, and then 947 is higher. S&P is 6021 and 6037, which is the other one. So inside of here, the upper target is this red line, and the market's probably dead from here. I don't think we get a big rally like we did yesterday. Pre-CPI, I think the market is trying to sell off. Not that it's going to, but it's trying. I know that we're going to have this kind of chop fest, so I'm not committing yet. As Simon pointed out earlier, we have an A+ setup on QQQ, which is unavoidable. This is the A+ setup. And here's what you get with these liquidity maps. Below a bull zone, this is a crash. If we lose this, the market crashes, okay? If you lose that bull zone, I mean, the market falls, 200 points in NASDAQ, crash on 530 break. Expected is to hold. Okay, so the market, you have to ask yourself, is the market going to crash today? Expected. 90% chance we stay in bull zone, 80% chance we stay inside of hedge pressure, right? So what we're all waiting for, I'm sure Simon, some of the other folks here, super smart, We're waiting for that bull zone because it's very unlikely that it falls. And if it does fall below here and crashes out, I'm just taking my stop and walking away. No big deal, right? It's such an A. This is our A plus setup, and there's two of them stacked on top of each other. A plus times 2, baby. So this would require a fall to maybe there. Inside of this range right there. And this is a NASDAQ, so we can get a little bit of run. And with Apple looking bad and with NVIDIA looking bad, there's plenty of room for this to move. So basically from today's open, it's about 60 points lower off the open. So roughly 65 here. That's it. I'm just going to borrow this there. So we're pretty good. Res is greater than 0, which means they're not going to fall that far. There's pressure from here to fill the gap. There's pressure from here. This is a B setup, not the best. This is an A plus setup. So all inside of here and here is good long entries. Scalp the range. Live account green today. Eval's printing off 1A. Let's go. 1A was good. Those scalps are decent on 1A. But you can see there's a little bit of selling here, right? It'll take about an hour or so to get to the bottom. And bounce back up. So we got some time to wait. All right, security payout. Let's go. Oh yeah, speaking of that, let me check some of my accounts for payout. Where am I doing on my... Oops, that's the wrong thing. That, go back. Dude, all these websites are like, I think everybody got crazy. Matt Leach said something today about the hack over the weekend. I think he said that he didn't think there was actually a hack. I think what he was basically hinting at was that there was a bunch of, those opportunistic hackers service unavailable. Tradeify, the 503? Tradeify's website is down again? What the fuck, Brett? Okay, pay your Cloudflare bill, bro. Like, what the hell? There must be shutting down for updates, probably. I'm just kidding. He paid his bills. They hit capacity last night. I don't know what I gotta... What the heck? Okay. It should be nice to see the announcement. So yeah, there was a 1027 rate limit error. They reached their Cloudflare plan limits. So I don't know what was going on. They got DDoS or if they got... I don't know what happened, but... Diana, hey, what's up? I appreciate the kind words there. JGP is down also. So I think what I went up hearing, or what I took from what Matt was saying, was that, hackers or vulnerability finders will find a vulnerability. They'll come to you. There's some people who do this to me on Rockscooter sometimes. They'll come to you and they'll basically show you what they hacked. And like, look, I hacked this from you. Pay me and I'll fix it. And so, there are people that make a living, they're good hackers, but they kind of just like exploit your site. And then it's not really like, I don't know if that's a crime or not, probably, but they say, here's your vulnerability. Here's the data to prove it. I can show you how I did it, and then you can pay me and I'll fix it. They're basically like ethical hackers in a way, but they're also, using the vulnerability as ransom. They're not doing anything bad with the data, but they're trying to get paid for their ability to find the error. And a lot of times you would just, pay the person to fix it. They're usually in it for the good. They're in it to make some money programming. Bounties, that's what it is. Yeah, bounty hunters. Yeah. So they're looking for a bounty. Like I had a guy find a vulnerability in Rocket Scooter, and he was like, here's what I found. How much are you willing to offer? And I'll tell you how I found it and what to do and how you can fix it, kind of thing. So If there's like if you're hacking your site, you'll happily will pay them. Ours wasn't a security vulnerability though. Ours was an access vulnerability. He's like, I can access your product for free. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take my bet. I'm gonna take my chances with that one. I'm sure if 1 or 2 hackers hack their way into my $159 a month subscription, I'll take that risk rather than giving a stranger the ability to write code. Now, if it's a security vulnerability like account information stuff, yeah, but this was a way to trick the website into giving you free access. I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. We'll be able to tell if somebody's accessing for free anyways, and we already have a program to remove them. The site will check for an active subscription, which you can't fake. You can just fake a login access, but the actual data feeds and other things do check your token to be active, which checks for a subscription to be active before you get access to your data feeds. Our entitlement system with the data feeds will prevent his bug from working. I did share it with my team though. And they were like, yeah, technically they'll be able to access the platform and load it up, but then no data would flow. They might be able to get the delayed data for free, but it's already free. But they would get no liquidity maps, nothing, because we check for the active subscription every moment at login, right? So he said, no, we don't need to fix that. We're good. And so maybe there might be 1 or 2 of you out there that has a blank Rocket Scooter open with delayed data with no liquidity maps or anything. And but yeah, bounty hunters, that's what it is called. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird when they reach out to you. But I guess times are tough, man. Hackers are trying, or like these guys are trying to be more, proactive about their job, like, hey, here's my business, here's what we do. We do this for people. We're very ethical. Here's some references. Here's our website, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes I just get a random email and it's like something at gmail.com. Definitely not, English not their first language sort of thing. And it's like, it sounds fishy, but I'm sure it's just somebody looking for work, which I get it. It's probably a good way for a kid to make a whole lot of money. There's probably kids out there good at stuff. Rocket Scooter password. Yeah. Don't tell people. Don't tell people the admin password, bro. That's the secret. Password's brr. Yeah. Can you work for platform access? That'd be kind of cool. Lease up your credits. Through Milesh, it just takes them a day or two to get to you. The giveaways aren't overnight. Like I get to you guys that night, and then I get to them that night, and then they get to you probably the following day. So when you get your giveaway accounts, just expect there to be like a 1, maybe 2 day delay. Last week there was like a 3-day delay though, because I got busy on Thursday and Friday, and I didn't. Thursday nights I was like, I'll do it on Friday, and Friday I immediately had to leave right when I was done with the stream, so I got to it over the weekend. So my bad for your Thursday and Fridays giveaways. But now I've got an employee that's going to be handling it daily, so there should be at most 1 day, 1 day turnaround. And also at the beginning of the month, I have to wait for the codes. Usually my contacts will have to give me like the new codes for the month, and this time I didn't get some of them until Monday. Toss me the new codes. I was in the middle of a negotiation with one of them and saying, hey, before you give me the codes, I want more. Here's why. And then they had to go up the ladder. Then they had to come back and said, okay, we'll give you more. Here's the codes. And so that also caused a delay. But you should get your account pretty soon. Am I just farming commission? Am I from the affiliate? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's... But the thing is, what we're doing with the money is kind of different. Most influencers are like horrible at trading, and they're going to be, run affiliate codes to kind of make a living. For me, I run Rocket Scooter and Rocket Place. They're both very massive infrastructure, multi-million-dollar companies that take a lot of capital to run, and they have a lot of employees. So for us, every little bit helps the company expand and grow. And for us, that income helps support the development and tools in the company here, instead of like filling my garage with cars, you know what I'm saying? So for us, we take, and then of course I take a big chunk of that money and then I convert it into accounts to buy for you guys to give away on the stream. For me, it's more like, I think a lot of people take that as a revenue to fulfill their lives. I mean, before I did the affiliate, I was already, doing very well. And for me, I was like, aha, it's additional revenue stream that I can hire more developers and speed up what we're building. And for you guys supporting that and using our code, you're helping build a trading platform with it. So we're a little different with our affiliate code, money farming. But it's actually not bad. The revenue is pretty substantial. And, you know, we have all the people that run our Discord, all of our developers, all our tech support, customer support, everybody. We have media folks, marketing team. So that helps pay like the bills of the people that work here. Kind of cool. Last night, back-to-back, bottom low, NASDAQ up to support and strike went to the floor. No, you did? Did you buy at the high list yesterday? No way. I'm sorry to hear that, man. All right, so we're consolidating here. My question is, do I hit those lower lows or not? We're not picking up a lot of momentum from here. Let me double check NVIDIA again. Yeah, the affiliate commission is pretty substantial. It's 6 figures a month, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. For me, you know, it takes the burden off of like, you know, we started Rocket Scooter by bootstrapping this. You know, me, my shareholders, you know, we pumped in about $3 million to build this platform. Just FYI, took many years to do it, and we didn't go out there and get like VC money or NVIDIA's okay here, you know, private equity money. We didn't go out there. I didn't go out there and say, hey, I'm starting a tech company raising $10 million. I was like, hey, I'm a trader with money. Let me just build it with my own money. Let me just do this for the next big thing I do. And Rocketplace was the same thing. You know, our marketplace, we have bootstrapped the whole thing. I didn't go out there and seek a single investment. This is what I do with my money, is build cool shit with it. I already have Italian car and big house and all that shit. I don't need to go out there and pretend to be luxurious, you know, popping bottles, renting helicopters, whatever. I'm like, let me build some cool stuff. I made a lot of money. I'm kind of like Elon Musk. Like, what am I going to do next? I want to build something cool. Car company. Okay. Spaceship company. Okay. What's next? And so now I'm like, okay, I want to build cool stuff in the financial world. And I'm trying to be clever with it. The idea that we kill what we eat here, you know, make a little bit of money, expand a little bit, make a little bit more, expand a little bit more. The affiliate was a way to completely debottleneck my growth model. So the way I grow a company is, you know, I expand a little bit more. We get to a certain buffer, then we bring on a new teammate and bring on a new teammate. And I probably could write a book on my strategy on how to grow 2 big tech companies from scratch with no investors. And there's a lot of logistics that go into it. And now with the affiliate revenue, it gives us a huge buffer to where we never have to worry about any part of like company logistics, which you guys don't think about if you don't run a company. You got to give your employees raises. You got to bring on new talent. You got to expand the business. You got to market the business. So with the extended capital to play with, everybody's now pressure off, because now we can actually further fund beyond our capabilities instead of just funding at par. Like we would essentially get to a certain level, bring on another person, get a level, bring on a different person. And now it's like every year now I can give everybody a raise, and now I can give everybody better benefits when we get to that area of the company. And so it's like, okay, cool. Now we have the substance to grow exponentially, which is the level we're at now. So that's kind of where we are. It's kind of neat. But yeah, so that's it. Popping bottles is good. You'll like voluntarily pay an absurd amount of money to poison yourself with alcohol. That's so funny. The way that Ty just says stuff, it's hilarious. Very poetic. These YouTubers are peaking at 22. Yeah, for the most part. Well, the thing is that here's the thing. Like they're not smart enough to see that this the prop firm game, the affiliate world, the millions of dollars a year from affiliate commissions, that lifestyle, you know, that you know, this year, the handful of us that were in the OGs, it's not gonna last forever. Parties can become super saturated. You're not gonna become a superstar doing what you used to do. There's only one, you know, Ninja or Dr. Disrespect in Twitch. They were the guys that became super duper multimillionaires doing it. It's gonna be very rare now that it's saturated that that's available to people. We were the first to do it. You're gonna see very few people out there rocking $1 million salaries from affiliate commissions and props because they become ultra saturated next 2 to 3 years. These 22-year-old kids aren't planning for their future. They're happy they're making 6 figures a year. They're out there splurging it so they can look cool on social media. And in about 1 or 2 years, they're gonna be looking for a job because they're terrible at trading. Once they realize this isn't a game that's gonna last forever. Smarter people will be taking the money and investing further into things that will grow themselves. But this is the era of abundance and lack of full saturation and free money. And people are just splurging on shit. They're being like football players about it. You know, get your big signing bonus, buy a house, buy a car, break your fucking ankle, and then you're filing for bankruptcy 2 years later. You know. 4K stream. I thought I'm streaming in 2K. I don't know if YouTube lets you stream in 4K, but if they do, I'll try to do it. Let me let's see if I can do it right now. Let me try. Okay, actually, let me try flipping the bitrate really quick. Let me end the stream. Don't go any. Well, actually, you know what? I'll do it for the afternoon stream. So with us, the goal this year is, you know, we're not counting on the affiliate money as a like consistent part of our business plan, but it does debottleneck a lot of big things you want to do now. So we're actually utilizing that to expand our team and start to rush out the back testing and all the other modules we're going to do, which is nice. There's huge, big infrastructure change in the platform to be able to do historic hedge pressures and historic liquidity maps and all that. And that's going to be really cool going forward to have those things worked on. So the infrastructure changes for the most part done. The overnight dynamic is being automated right now. That's almost done. You're buying cow with your profits, bro. I mean, that's an investment right there. Your meat suit that you need to insure keeps your mind. There you go. How inflation has affected getting cut at the barber. Oh yeah, bro. My barber. Well, he just opened his own business though. The haircut plus a tip is like about $80 now where I go. But my bro has like a professional, he's a professional barber that started his own salon. And it's like kind of like a salon for dudes. It's pretty dope. It's like you go in there, he's got this like cool little Harley Davidson like mini fridge. You open it up and it's got like beers, he's got bottles of whiskey. He's like, you know, you want a glass of whiskey? What do you want? It's all like old antiques like inside of it. It's pretty sick. So, you know, it's like boutique prices, but I remember used to getting like a $12 supercut haircut when I was a kid. Rocket scooter stock win. Oh, I never thought about going public. Yeah, it's like what's up, Trader 07? Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know, it's got like you get like a straight razor shave. My bro's covered like head to toe in tattoos. Like just and then there's like cattle skulls decorating the walls and stuff. It's pretty sick. But fancy, it's like fancy, yeah. Fancy barbershop. And about 80 but I give him a tip though because he's just starting out. So I give him like, I think the haircut's probably like $60. I give him like $20, $25, something. Because usually it costs me about $80. So I think I give him like $20 tip. You could be like George Clooney and use a Flowbee to Dude, I remember Flowbees. Anybody here have a Flowbee when you were a kid? Your parents cut your hair with the vacuum cleaner? Do they wash your hair and give you the massage with the fire? Dude, yeah, they do like, yeah, the hot towels. They take these like scalding hot towels and like wrap them around your face and stuff. I never go for, I always tell them though, I'm like, I don't have time for that. Even though that's the fun part. I'm usually like rush to get the haircut and rush back home and get to work. So I usually don't take advantage of like the face massage and shampoo and all that. Did I get a bowl cut? No. When I was a kid, bowl cuts were popular though, like in the 90s. You guys are Michael Jordan card collectors? Oh, that's cool. I like that. Wait, so if he's no longer here, you're going to want to build money in the market, save and invest more in Michael. That's a great collector's item, dude. Because you have to think, like, imagine people, 100 years ago, wish they were collecting Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle and Honus Wagner and all that stuff. Jordan's going to be huge forever, so it's a good investment. Oh, yeah. I'm talking like when your kids are older and they have kids, there's not going to be a lot of good condition shit from our childhood still around. Never forget the tip. Oh, no, never forget the tip. Is it available to Canadians, Joey? Yeah, it is. The Joey Lawrence bowl cut. Whoa. Whoa. Who looked at a bowl cut and thought, hell yeah? Nobody did. Get eye doc to show you pictures of when she was a kid. Her mom used to give her bowl cuts all the time. That's why she's triggered. You should show them the photos, babe. Oh. Bowl cut deluxe. All right. I'd like to see my trade today. I'd like to see a little pullback to here. I'm going to be patient for the A+. I'm going to get that and that. Everything's solid that it can still rally from here, but... Oh, yeah. She was rocking like... the 90s bowl cut, but she was rocking it in the 2000s. She looked like... Let me see. So, in the 90s, it was a very popular haircut. Everybody had it. They went out of their way to this. You guys remember that cut? It wasn't like the bowl cut was basically like the non-stylish version. Like you had a family that just couldn't afford haircuts. So get your own cuts like that. But this was actually very popular in the 90s, except we would like spike our hair on the sides with the bowl to go with it. So many people that right here. With the longer bangs. Yeah, that was me in high school, actually. I had the longer bangs with kind of the line going around the side of your hair. Let's find that picture that looked like that. Look like the freaking kids from from Backstreet Boys. Yeah, my hair was kind of like this all through high school. And then everyone had like a little bit longer on the bang side. Yeah. Sometimes you had a really nice bowl, dude. There you go. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Whatever happened to that kid? Is he still around? Still making movies? Still making TV show? Whatever happened to the Home Improvement kids? Never see from them anymore. Boy Meets World was awesome. Legendary show. Frosted Tips. There you go. GRS is still wearing his puka shell necklace. And his Timberlands. Burr still has a Tommy Hilfiger Velcro wallet. And we all did. Growing up in Asia back in the 90s, we all had part of your hair in the middle and not... Now it's back again, yeah. Was that Zendaya with the bowl cut? Looked like it, yeah. Topanga. Oh yeah, they re-upped that show Girl Meets World, like Corey and Topanga had a daughter and then she's older. I don't think the reboots were that great. They rebooted Full House and I didn't think it was that great. Mostly because wasn't Stephanie like a stripper or something in Fuller House? One of them was a stripper or an exotic dancer or something. I don't know. Prostitute. Like completely was like, sorry, Saved by the Bell. Ace Ventura 2. What about it? Sequels suck. Ace Ventura 2 was great. Guano. Was it Jodie? Was it Jodie Sweetin? Was that Stephanie? They broke the fourth wall to call out why the twins weren't joining. Oh, that's funny. So trivia fact, right? You know, Nikki and Alex, John Stamos' kids are actually triplets. So when you have kids on stream, it's usually, or kids on screen, it's better to have twins that way because the child labor laws, they can only work so much. So you can get more film time per day with twins. That's why Mary Kay and Ashley were cast as twins. And then saves you money in production. And then Nikki and Alex were triplets. So you put 2 on the screen, have 1 in reserve. Your Family Matters, the middle child got fired and she went to stripping. Oh. No, I mean, not a stripper in real life, but like a dancer in the show. Wasn't it like... Hold on. Am I remembering the right show? I know. Who on Full House? Am I remembering my facts right? Why is my brain telling me that? Maybe I... Never mind. I thought... Oh, wait, no. She wasn't a stripper. She became a... Hold on. Oh, maybe I'm confusing my shows. She was pregnant, though. That's it. That's right. She was a single mom with a kid. Oh, that's right. Ew. Okay, never mind. She wasn't a stripper. All right. Well, I don't know what show I'm confusing him with then. Was it DJ? Was Kimmy the dancer on the show? Oh, okay. Was it Kimmy? Okay. Who knows? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Showgirls. I remember that. Elizabeth Berkley. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I don't know if you guys like that show, but Married with Children, by far is like in hindsight, right? We all watched it when we were a kid. If you watch it now, it's like still one of the funniest sitcoms ever on TV. It was so well made. It was so good. Like Katie Seagal was like nailed that character, like just trolling Al Bundy like over and over and over again. She was extremely well written character. And then Al Bundy was just, I mean, hands down, like I went back and watched Married with Children not too long ago, and that show is just so good. Like it's just funny, and it's funny to this day. You couldn't really make shows like that anymore, though. Kind of woke America wouldn't like it, but the comedy, when the show actually, the comedy is on Al Bundy being like a doofus of a guy, you know, like the joke is always on him kind of thing. That's why you can get away with it. But oh, dude, Ed O'Neill is like comedy genius, yeah. But it's just like when you watch shows from like back in the day, they don't normally stand the test of time. Or the comedy was dated, but that show was always a banger. Yeah, so maybe Stephanie Tanner wasn't a stripper. Maybe I was just My memories are all twisted up. I wonder what show I swear I watched some show that was rebooted and then it was like the character became a dancer or something. Maybe I'm confusing. But I just remember watching it and I actually didn't like the show. Tiffany Amber Thiessen showed up in Suits. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. Home Improvement? Yeah, actually, Idoc and I were watching Home Improvement not too long ago. I always like to go back and watch the Home Improvement Halloween specials because they always went overboard when it came to the Halloween parties and the costumes, and that's just like a good memory from my childhood watching that with the family. Home Improvement's still good. Al did score 4 touchdowns in one game. That's right. King of Queens? Yeah, King of Queens is good. I watched that a long time ago too. An example of a modern show being canceled because of woke. I don't think cancel culture. I think cancel culture is like not really that good at canceling people anymore. I think there was a time period when it was cool to cancel, and that trend is over. The Last of Us right now, you know, obviously it's the show is tanking because you know, they killed off Joel or whatever, but also people were saying that when they got, which I thought the episode with episode 3, you know, the famous one, I thought the episode was good. I thought it was cool. It was a little woke for most people, so most people could watch the show after that point. I didn't spoil it. If you hadn't played Last of Us by this point in time and you haven't watched up to season 3, then my bad. Spoiler alert. But maybe it's not for permanent, you know. Oh yeah, spoiler alert. No, but the ratings on that tanked pretty bad after a certain episode. UVX might have to open. Darth Vader is Luke's father. You heard it first. I guess I forget that people may still be starting a new show if I don't spoil anything anymore. Okay, I won't spoil anything. Stephanie Tanner didn't become a stripper. Okay, spoiler alert. But that didn't actually. Some of you are probably like, I'm gonna go watch the show now. No. Oh, I know what it was. But now I remember. Okay, I do remember. Okay. No. I remember now. No, I'm confusing two shows, but I remember what was different about Fuller House. Was she came back a little enhanced, if you know what I mean. A little more not so PG in her appearance. Yeah, I was confusing the Saved by the Bell. That's the one that went and did the stripper movie. Yeah. Such an exciting market day. She came back like, you know, cute little Stephanie Tanner. We were all like, you know, 10, 11 years old watching that show. And she comes back like Stephanie Tanner, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're just like, wait, what? And the show was very like, you know, her wardrobe was a little revealing most of the time. I do remember that. It definitely was a Fuller House, if you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, so that was it. I do remember now. Now, how she got Uncle Jesse's popper. Have mercy. Yeah. All right, can we get the A+ setups today? Like, market's just been inching along. I'm up. Let's see, 16.6. Oh, here. I need to update my screenshot for you guys. Hold up. Let me show you guys where I'm at right now. I still haven't touched the market since those initial opening trades. My bad. I'm too busy over here talking about Stephanie Tanner's cup sizes and not really paying attention to the market. Here we go. Whatever this is today. 11.36, 16.8, 17.6. So 18K today so far. Not bad. I was not expecting to make 10K on that trade. I was hoping to make just 5, but whatever. 3 years bond auction? Yeah. Somebody's gonna go play Russian roulette because they're bored in the market. Oh, that's funny. All right, guys, don't forget, while you're chilling, don't forget East Code Rocket Scooter around the globe. All your best prop firm use code goes to good use, buys giveaway accounts for you guys. I managed to turn what used to just be like 12 giveaway accounts a month into now over 100. We get 80 donated to us and I buy a little bit more, and now hopefully we can get this doubled next month. We've had tremendous growth on the stream thanks to you guys, and really appreciate you guys supporting the Rocket Scooter trading platform. Our community is one of the bigger, fastest growing communities out there. Streams one of the biggest streams out there now. People are starting to take notice. Thank you guys for joining me on My Fund and Futures every day. Good show. I don't know how much live trading they do in the mornings, but you guys are welcome to, you know, check us out in the afternoons after the show there. And then when that's over, we always come here. You may wear MC Hammer pants. I had like TJ Maxx version MC Hammer pants because we were kind of like not really that wealthy as kids. We didn't have much money. So we would have like fake baggy cloth looking pants. I didn't have the cool looking silver ones like MC Hammer had, but I had like the 90s pants that were like, you know, the crazy colorful patterns on them. And they were baggy, like they were tapered around the ankle, but then like they kind of ballooned out a little bit. So I had like cheap version of it. What's the Ninja Trader Arena Challenge? I don't know what that is. Set up for the Asia session. Just long at the open above MHP and hedge pressure. Bull long up. Market spiked up, came back to open. I decided to long, and I was going to long again at a lower spot, and just set and forget it. Like we had mysterious, you know, good bull market yesterday. Mysterious selling into the day, and I was committing the trade here, and I was going to add to it there. So I just grabbed it in 3 accounts. And then I put a stop loss and said, well, you know, if I stop, I stop. If I make money, I make money. And I just got lucky. And that market just rallied up to there. The mechanism was to long off of hedge pressure and monthly hedge, but I just didn't think we would fall 20 points overnight. So I happened to, when the market did this and sold pretty hard and consolidated, I decided to jump in. Higher than my entry point, but I did anyways. I was so bullish everything. I just was going to long all the stuff down into here, which we actually fell to there overnight, which was nice to see, but I was sleeping, so I didn't get anything. Market trickling higher, trying to sell, but not selling off. Market looking pretty stable here. We're not getting any movement. Unfortunately, I'd like to see something better. Okay, let me look at the market on the bigger time frames here. What do we got? It's going to zoom out a little bit. We don't really have, so we're still internal for the week. We breached highs overnight, then sold off, then we're back to equilibrium. Still trucking along. What I feel is if this is going to like continue to press a little higher over the course of the day and maybe sell into today like yesterday. Market just spanning the range for CPI. But I mean, it's just looking good. I mean, every dip is getting bought up as we expect. You know, the market's still trucking along. You know, trade war stuff. Things are getting better, and we're still on our path to go to all-time highs, which I'm not worried if we're going to get there. Today's going to be a day just like today, by the way, you guys. And then tomorrow's probably going to rally really quick. So I know a lot of people are sitting here probably just like aiming to try to short this and try to short this. Today, if I get a little dip to some of these key areas, I'm going to take the long again. And then trade it all the way back up to these key levels here. 60.37. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, that's that level there. Okay. So these are the areas I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get those A pluses when they dip. That'd be great. Did I miss the giveaway? Yeah, too late. You missed it. Just kidding. S&P trickling higher. Nasdaq getting key resistances. I guess still pressing higher. The algorithms are still tracking stocks moving higher. Resilience is good and steady. There's nothing too crazy about this morning. DD ratio is good. Greater market's bullish. This is greater than half. Monthly maps. Oh, I didn't even check the maps today. I'm too busy talking about Fuller House. Yep, still good. Still good. Still bullish. Still clean. SPY, still good. Still bullish, still clean, still great. No signs of bearish. Just volatility around FOMC, which is next week. That's it. SPY moving a little bit higher than the Nasdaq is. So S&P also has A+ setups down in here as well. I'd be a little further away to fall like 30 points inside the S&P, but that is the setup for S&P. Same thing. Expected hold at hedge pressure, expected crash on the break. Obviously, the best thing in the world is just to like hit these levels and then take a stab at it. You did. You missed the car giveaway. I love how one of my accounts is minus 36. That was that initial, when I decided to grab the long and then I just closed everything out. That was just this one. I was like, I got in and got out pretty quick. All right. What are we doing next? All right. You're good. You're good. Let me do this one here. Resilience is kind of taking a nosedive, you guys. Be careful. Let's see what stock is doing it. Who is it? Always like to look at Apple. Nope, not Apple today. Not Google today. Amazon, one of them. Meta, nope. Microsoft. Let's see. It's all over here. Who is fighting at half cap? Let's do the scanner real quick. Let's select all liquidity maps. Let's see who is closest to half cap right now. The big dog. Who is it? Nvidia. Oh, what? Nvidia is close, but it's not that close. Oh, shit. It was Nvidia. Well, all right. Let's check it out. Watch out, Nvidia MHP break, you guys. This could be a flush. This could be the one. It could be the one. Be careful today. Watching video on this. Just be careful. Netflix as well. Yeah. So the flush on here, A+ setup down at the bottom, 90% possibility, hedge pressure, bulls on bottom bounce right here. This is my A+. I'd love to see this. A+ setup. This is a B setup with res greater than 0 only, and res is starting to lose a little bit of steam. Doesn't mean the market's going to sell off. Could get a big green candle out of this in just a second, but we are losing some steam. Keep an eye out on Nvidia today, you guys. That's really the focus. Nvidia was bad, and there's one more company that was also... Apple was in a kind of weird situation. VVIX is good. VIX is good. There's no signs of a market sell-off. Could be maybe a quick, like, kind of sort of retracement looking thing. We'll see. So keep an eye on Nvidia today. Keep an eye on Apple today. Apple's doing slightly better though. Apple did break MHP to the upside, which was good. Okay, so Apple's better. So just Nvidia. Do a giveaway in a little bit, you guys. See if I turn this 18 into 20. I just need to get something going. Look at those A+ setups down below. Oh my god. I'm like completely drenching myself here. Scanner, I'm just loading up. Basically on the scanner, I just loaded up all liquidity maps. So I just checked all the boxes. And so I loaded up all the stocks in the S&P, and then I just sorted by distance to half cap to see which stocks were on the edge. And the distance to half cap absolute value percent will show me which stocks are on the edge here. So as an example, I've got, you know, the ones that are closer to 0 are the ones that are right on the edge. And I scroll down until I find something big. Amazon is right on the edge as well. Nvidia is on the edge. So those are like the troublesome stocks of the day for the most part. Okay. Market's still inching higher though. Really no selling pressure here. Looked like it was going to sell off, but I want to see the A+ setups. Like, I think it'd just be a little silly to long from here, but we haven't really been getting some good dips throughout the day. We've just been getting kind of like, you know, basically like shit. And the market, as the last like 3 or 4 days, has just not given you like a good dip to buy because everybody would buy it. The market's just been trickling higher and trickling higher and trickling higher. There's not enough volatility for a flush. The market's just too liquid here and too stable here. I accidentally made 10K last night. No, I accidentally made 16K last night. Yeah. I wasn't trying to make that much, but Tradeify was down. I couldn't close it out. I was driving to the airport to pick up iDoc. The market just flew straight up, and I'm like watching it. It's like 8K, like, or it's like I'm up 4K, then up 5K. I'm like, okay, let me close out. And then Tradeify's website is down. It was still down this morning. They started fixing it. I'm driving, and then I pick her up, and it's like, as we're driving, I'm up like 6K, 7K, 8K, 10K, 12K, and I'm like, let's take a detour and go home really quick. I need to close this out before I make too much. And it was funny, we were explaining it to her mom, like what I was doing, and like they didn't really understand. Like, wait, you can't make too much? No, you can't make too much. Be nice if this was like a big old pop. We want to get that. There's that red line. 875 is illiquidity pivot resistance. With resilience being slightly, S&P is good, Nasdaq is not. It's still going to inch forward. There's no mechanism to bring this market lower. Apple just broke through daily highs. A little bit of bump there on Apple. Yep. Looking solid there. Let's see, VIX is down. Yeah, there's just no mechanism to bring this down. There's also like no good entry point to take it higher for me. I need a good entry. All right, friends, don't forget to smash that like button. Let's get up to 400 likes today. We'll pop our giveaway off in a little bit. Trump post. Do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button while you're chilling here. Check out our deals from our partners here really quick. Rocket Scooter code gives you the best deals out there for all your major props. We work with FundedX. We work with Apex. We work with Tradeify. We work with My Funded Futures. I am on the My Funded Futures TV show every single day, right at lunchtime. Lunch Money with Matt. You guys come chill with us there. Currently, we get like 25% off sale at My Funded Futures with our code. The best deal right now with them. Normally it's 5%, so you guys take advantage of that. 50% off first-time uses. If you're a first-time user of their service, you have 50% off using our code. This is a deal for us. Those of us on the TV show. Hit that like button, guys. Get to 400. Everybody smash it. Click that thumbs up button off to the side. Ooh, baby. Come on, let's get some flush here. Flushy flush. I want to see it. Okay. All right, so we can turn this into a 20K day today. Being kind of nice. Give me a little fleshy flush here. There's no mechanism for the market to sell off. I'm just waiting for a tweet or something. Everything's still going up. But there's not really a good amount of momentum to try to pick up a long trade from here. All right, guys. Tradeify giveaway coming up soon. We do giveaways every single day on this stream. At this time, we do more giveaways than any other stream out there, by the way. I take a lot of my affiliate money and go buy accounts for you guys with it. I don't broker big salaries for myself in this affiliate world. Instead, I told them to give me more accounts to give away to you guys. We're doing a funded giveaway tomorrow and a funded giveaway on Friday, so don't miss out. Pre-CPI date, price action's usually shit. Yeah, it usually spans a range and then ends up where it starts. I'd like to see this flush down to here and end up back where it starts. 100%, bro. I get you. I feel it. 100%. I'm with you on that. I want to make 20K today. If we fall to my target, I'll make fucking 40K today, okay? I'll hit all the accounts as much as I can. Oh, I got my funded next account. I could trade that one too. I didn't think about that. I have my brand new funded next account now, so I got that. I can hit that guy. Resilience is right at 0 on the Nasdaq. Market's kind of balanced to a low inside. Expected Nvidia holds at monthly hedge should be okay. Nvidia's sort of doing okay there. All right, expected 530 hold down here. QQQ, this is what I want to see. Expected 530. 80% chance we hold hedge pressure, 90% chance we hold bull zone bottom. Pretty common stuff. Let's see if it turns anything good. Hit the like button. Market's still cycling in that same damn range. Broke up the highs and now pulling back down. A plus setup, lower hedge pressure from here. This is about 84 points lower from here. So roughly about 70, 80 is about where this is going to be now. Give or take. If I get that flush, oh my God, that'd be great. But there is no mechanism to sell off. The stocks are still holding the fort, at least on the S&P side. People are just rotating out of tech and rotating into some Nasdaq stuff. And the market is just flat. I'm talking flat. Yo. Market's Kimmy Gibbler. We need some Stephanie Tanner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We need some curves on this. Let's get it going. If we get that flush, oh yeah, dude. I'd love to get the A plus on there. What's up, Gold Chess Club? What's up? We have a 170% chance of holding 530. There you go. You nailed it. Well, your probability matrix, right? So you have, let's do the math here. 80% and 90%. So you have your matrix, right? Probability that both of them break this and this is 20 times 10. 2%. Probability that both of them hold 17, right? Probably this one or this one holds. Let's remember how to do that. You would do actually, let me make them a little math easier. They're both 90 and 90. Easier for y'all to follow. A 90% and a 90%. Okay. That is a 1% chance that they both fail. 18% chance they both succeed. And then 90 times 9, and then 90 times 9 is the chance that one of them succeeds over the others. We add them all up, it's 99%. That's how it works, right? I'm sorry. So, oh shit, here we go, market. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So you have one succeeding, the other succeeding, or both succeeding, and then neither succeed as the 4 pieces of your matrix. 81%, yeah. Correct. A little fleshy flesh here. This and this is multiply, so 90 and 90 is 81%. This and this. You have this or this. It's this and this, not this and not this. This or this plus this or this. So you have a 81% chance of them both, a 9% chance of just one and not the other, a 9% chance of just one and not the other, but you can't have one and not the other if they're the same. So you have to eliminate those. And then you have basically 81% chance that both of them hold and 1% chance that neither of them hold. The 2 in the middle don't apply. So now your probability is 81 over 82 of your 2 that actually count. The other 2 don't. You can't have one hold and not the other. And so your ors are eliminated from the matrix. And so if you want to do it that way. Nowhere who wants to play chess. I know. You know, we should play games in Discord or something. Like goofy little Discord games. A little flushy flush here on these candles. Let's see if anything else comes of this. I gotta see this market going lower so I can take a stab at this. Probably like the biggest red candle we've seen in the last hour and a half. I need to get this to, you know, a better spot. 20K would be nice for the day. But whatever that was just a quickie little move, and it's being gobbled right back up. Watch this market just green highs in a second here. Something like this is going to attract a lot of bears that are like, ooh, finally time to short this, and they got to squeeze them out before it comes down. Maybe. Ooh. All right. Let's see if we get something good here. Come on, baby. Keep flushing. Keep flushing. So we have an 80 and a 90%er, both independently holding there. This is expected hold with 80% probability. Plus 90 at the bull zone. I'm gonna show you guys a handout on this one. Here. Strongest setups that we have, the strongest bull setups down here. The blue is an 80% bounce under ideal conditions, which we have today. The zone is a 90% chance under ideal conditions, which we have today. Let's get that low, baby. Let's fall. Let's fall. Let's fall. You guys think I get 20K today? Giveaway while you wait? Well, this is the exciting part, baby. Giveaway in the next 15 minutes, so hang tight. Don't forget to sub to the channel, you guys. Don't forget to join our Discord because that's how you have to reclaim your prize accounts here. Ooh, give me that lower low, baby. Now it's starting to flush a little harder. That resilience was a telltale sign today, you guys. Don't notice that? Resilience not being greater than 0 is not showing big strength on NASDAQ to go above the gap here. Pretty solid. Let's run on that A plus down at the bottom here. Let's flush it, baby. Let's flush it. Good. I'm gonna get 20K today, maybe 30. Let's see if I can get it. Half gap support is decent for S&P. NASDAQ is bad. I mean, actually, NASDAQ's not bad. It's just not great. Resilience is a pivoting point. When this white indicator I'm circling on the screen is above 0, it supports. When it's below 0, we fill the gap this way. Right now, it's at 0, which isn't terrible. It's just not great to show that a lot of stocks are moving. This just means a flat day. The S&P is rock solid as most of the stocks are just rotating around, which is basically... Bro, I'm telling you. Trading days like this suck. They're so boring. So boring. But the thing is that if we break the key level 530, this would be the crash situation. Crash. Very bad. You won't lose a bull zone. Keep falling. So you have rock solid support. If the universe hands this to us, that is by far like free money. I'm going to write the word free. This is a free gimme trade. Because the market shouldn't be crashing in a CPI unless there's something they know that we don't. But it's a clean, easy trade because the stop loss is clean. If I hit that level and I'm in here and I stop, then I'm out of the way and I avoid the crash. So it's like a one and done on this. If we get that A plus set up, that'd be perfect. Market's not doing much here. A plus. A double plus because there's two things on top of each other. Giggity. Unlikely for the crash. Unlikely. NASDAQ resilience just went right at 0. Monthly hedge pressure resilience is okay. Weekly hedge resilience shows hedge breaks on the NASDAQ side. So let's use the scanner to find out who's breaking hedge. Right. Let's go here. Let's do hedge breakdown and see who it is. And then distance to hedge pressure. Which big NASDAQ? Meta. There it is. I love our fucking scanner. It's so good. Meta's the one. Meta's causing this. So let's see what's going on with Meta. Meta just took a little divey dive to here. I'm gonna keep an eye on Meta today. Also, Meta supports in this area as well. So a lot of stocks shouldn't be breaking through here. But if they do, it's gonna get pretty bad. Tab. Hey, what's up, Tab? Good to see you, bud. Pro life hack. If you pee a little on the toilet paper before wiping, you have wet wipes. And they're sterile. You peed on them. Disinfect your buttocks with your own little wet wipes. I love Tav. We need, dude, I need like a fucking page day calendar from you, bro. Like Tav's nuggets or something, like little nuggets of life. Every day I'll rip off a page and it's like a new little life hack. Nvidia keeps pushing it. Yeah, Nvidia, let's keep a closer eye on Nvidia today. You guys are right. Meta just kind of pooped the bed. Nvidia kind of pooped the bed as well. Oh, we can clean it up with some wet wipes though if you got them. Kristen, like, immediately, she's like, and for those reasons, I'm out. You should start a toilet paper and have your nuggets written on each sheet. Well, the way that I read that is you should start a toilet paper and have your nuggets on each sheet. And then I'm like, don't pre-wipe with the toilet paper. Hello. Did you know if you pee a little bit on your own toilet paper,
gross.
It makes so much.
I read it.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm so exhausted. I don't want to go to work.
Don't go to work. You want to trade?
Yeah.
Push a button here. Pick a trade. I'll let you pick a random trade.
What are my options?
Up or down?
This is fun.
Ryan said, hey.
Hey, Ryan.
Why don't you get your heated blanket and go, like, nap?
She makes a lot of noise.
Nap over there. Nap in here. It's quiet. Well, I know. Never mind. Well, it's quiet for me. It's probably going to be quiet for you, though.
No.
I'm loud.
Pickle's like barking when I'm here. Okay. What am I looking at? Pick a direction? What if we get banned? If I pick a direction?
Who's going to ban you?
I don't know. I get canceled for doing this.
No. Oh, no. That wasn't your fault. Our YouTube channel got banned for like 4 hours, you guys. They have a new AI detection that went and found a 3-year-old video and said it broke community standards. And I contested it and they were like, never mind, we made a mistake. I was like, yeah, it was a recap video of my 1200% JP Morgan trade. And the reason they said was that it promoted unrealistic gains, but I was like, they were real. And here's the proof. And they were like, no, our algorithm it's the title. The title made the algorithm think you were promising people they'll make $1,200% gain. You were just recapping your investment and you showed the proof of your own. Yeah, I was like, I didn't make any claims that other people could do this. But that's good because the algo kind of goes in and like gets people that are like, make money now. That's what it's designed to do. I was just like, I'm fucking crushing it as a trader. I killed it. Fuck all you guys. What's up? Up or down?
I just feel whiny right now.
Do you want you mean to make you breakfast?
No.
Can you want to run the stream and do the giveaway?
Yeah.
You want me to go cook for you?
That's fine.
Okay.
This is what it's like to have kids. This is like, yeah.
The CME's coming for you. Yeah, that's what they're doing. You're giving investment advice. Yeah, it was like 2 weekends ago, and at like Sunday night, and it's like, your channel has been banned for violating community standards for 7 days. As a warning.
Can I like tell
Freaking
you
out.
what direction after the fact? Like after it happens, then
What are you, some kind of Twitter
my
trading guru or something?
prediction
Oh, really?
is 100% right. Only after it
Wow,
happens.
you sound like half the people I see on Twitter. Oh my god.
I called it
Let me
20
see.
hours after it happens.
Can I see your performance report, bro?
Only after it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was like Sunday and I was like freaking out of like, oh my god. Like, and then I was like, what? And then it's like a video from 2022. The big trade I made. That's, you know, I was making multiple 6-figure bets and options at the bottom and made a whole lot of money off of that trade.
Why is it illegal to show your P&L?
It's not. They're joking.
Oh. Haha.
Because I trolled that chick, the Chinese girl, the one humble trader. I think she's Chinese. Because she said, I don't show my results because it's illegal to show your results. And I just went to town on that. Like I made a post and it went like mini viral, like 50,000 people saw it.
Well, did they side with you? Or
No, of course. No, like it's absolutely not like, hey, can I see? I know I'm like about to get heart surgery, but can I see your medical license? No, bro, it's illegal. I can't show you proof that I do this. What are you talking about? Okay, just trust me, bro. I'm a surgeon. No, it's absolutely not. Only is it not illegal to show trading results, it's actually encouraged to be forthcoming and honest by the regulatory agencies, require you to be honest in your testimony. And if you do claim something, you must back it up when audited. So, bruh.
What?
Let me see your arm. This is to remind you
That?
to smile because you're kind of making everybody stay gloomy with your attitude. So look at your hand and now smile. There you go.
Sorry.
Nobody wants your low energy.
Do they all know that I'm super tired from yesterday?
They're telling you.
Making sure that you make your 15K.
I'm reading chat and chat saying, man, the fuck up. That's what it's saying. Get it together. Get together.
Wait, you can't say that.
They're saying,
They can't. You
be
can't
strong.
say that in this decade. Or this
Be
half-
strong.
You can't say be like a man.
Can't say man up.
No, you'll get canceled.
Crap. They're saying, quit. What my dad used to say when I was a kid, quit your bitching. Quit your
Quit your bitching.
Quit your bitching. That's what my dad used to say when we were kids. Drink wine, don't whine. Yeah. That's funny. Well, see, the thing is that she's tired because she was running all over the place last night to get her mom home. She rushed me home so I can close out my trade.
And I flew home.
Yeah. So she needs to actually sleep. But then the maid showed up at like 8 o'clock and she's gonna be here all day.
I'm going to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you doing your giveaway?
Yeah, but hey, I'm taking you out for steaks tonight, so go rest up. I'm gonna get you a $400 flaming tomahawk, your favorite.
Yes, I'm so excited to have high cholesterol.
Oh yeah, we're going to like our favorite steakhouse in Houston, and they do this giant thing where they wheel out this huge board with the tomahawk and they set it on fire. It's a pretty dope show. I'll post it in Discord for you guys.
And then when they make pasta, they're like doing this thing, and then they go
yeah
with the truffle.
Yeah, it's really good. Oh yeah, I love that truffle pasta. Little dippy dip here. NVIDIA pulled back a little. We had it. Tyler said, "It's okay. Everyone's a pussy in life because everybody wants you to cater to their emotions." What is he eating?
Buy the dip. Buy the dip.
Can you throw that in the trash?
What is this?
This looks like a receipt.
Make sure I don't.
Is that a receipt for my computer stuff?
It is.
It's okay. Oh, it's not needed. I know what it is.
No.
You can throw it away.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Why don't you go sleep on your chair?
It feels weird to have somebody in the house walking around. I feel like her mop follows me. Literally, her mop follows the fuck out of me. I go from one room to another, and then her mop just somehow lands in the room that I'm in.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay.
You know, you should tell her to work her way up like this, and then you work your way down with your naps. So when you're here when she's there, and then when she's here, you're there. And then she got this really awesome like love seat that I bought her. It's just black, like velvet. What's the material? Velour? I don't know, not velour.
I don't know. You made it for me.
It's just like super cozy. It's got a recline. It's got an ottoman on it. You can just lay in that and just have. I used to sleep in it sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, like back in the old house when you would.
It's comfy.
Yeah, it's pretty comfy. All right.
Pickle. You can have pickle.
No.
I was looking after him the last week that I was.
You see what he's doing?
No.
It was like this all week with you gone.
Now you know. When mommy leaves, when daddy has to take care of pickle.
Yeah.
A lot of energy.
Dude, they'll tell you, man. I was like every couple minutes he wouldn't leave me alone. I kept having to take him downstairs. He'd bark like follow me, and I'd follow him. And then he'd run circles around the couch like he just wanted to play.
Yeah, he's a whole ass baby.
Yeah. Sounds like he just complains and just wants attention all the time and doesn't want to be by himself and somehow just wants to break in when I'm working. It's just I don't know where he gets it from. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't he just go to his own room?
I can't. Mom follows us.
That's so funny. All right, y'all have fun. I'll see y'all later. A little bit. I was on dog duty for a couple of days, man. Where's Pickle? What did you do, Pickle? Freedom to Pickle. Ah, he's good. He's better, but make Tyler mod. Oh yeah, I need to mod Tyler. Hold up. Tyler, you've earned the moderator. We'll trade. If I'm ever wait, what the hell's with my chat further here? If I'm ever you want to mod me on your stream, I'll my chat is frozen. What the hell? Okay, hold on. Let me refresh YouTube here. Hopefully we get I want to get my dip to my A+ setups here. So hopefully we get these little pullback. I don't know if we're going to get it, but it would be nice to get it. How the hell did YouTube sign me out? What's going on here? What is going on? There it is. Okay. Harry, I'll like knocking on wood that I didn't get banned from YouTube. There we go. We're back. Okay. What were you guys saying? Make Tyler mod. Make Tyler mod. Congratulations. No. Quit your belly aching. No. Be a man and make breakfast, as Kristen said. She was so tired, man. Like I woke up, she's in bed like this. I was like, hey, I'm going to stream. Okay. I was like, you just sleep today. Like, you take it easy. You know what you use that ottoman for? Giggity. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't realize it has as much facial hair. I don't. No. I actually realized last night I actually do need to shave. I mean, look, you know, girlfriend's out of town for a week. I let myself go a little bit. I kind of look like had like a woodsman's beard thing going on here. Oh, to give away in about 10 minutes here. So waiting for the market to kind of settle out so I don't miss out on the good stuff while I'm doing the giveaway. You're right. Like, I feel like my hair, I'm getting a haircut on Friday, but I feel like it's like I can actually grab it. It's that long. It's not usually that long. I kind of feel like I need to shave. Touching 200 EMA and going up. Yeah, the market is just stable because stocks aren't really selling off. I really would like to see that support tapped. These A+ setups will be better. You know me, I always want risk and reward to be good. And these being such good setups here, I mean, this would be the ideal setup. And then this one, like the longs and the shorts, I mean, thank God I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this because I would have just, you know, been chopped up all day. But we're smart enough to sit out on this. I mean, we're bouncing up and down about 20 points every 10 minutes, which is really not a lot of action to play. Days like this, I just like to wait just in case Trump says something, the market dips out. If somebody put a gun to your head and said, you need to be in a position now, I always pick the long side, betting that the news comes out good. Being the long side on a small trade, market bumps up, you make money. Market dips, add to it, make money. That's really the appropriate way to trade something like this, is to join the long trade small, and then in case you get the flush to the expected area and add to it. You get both of them. Best of both worlds. But I'm already up 18K, so I really don't have any desire to like risk a whole lot more. You know, just for a couple of pennies. Like, there's no reason to overtrade and turn 18 into 10K. If I hit my support down here, I've got my funded next accounts, which I haven't touched yet. That would be good. I can actually long in those things. There's a lot of people, I think, trying to hope the market turns bearish today, but I don't think it does. US and China have concluded their trade talks in London. Longs printing on your Tradeify. How much are they printing? Did you make like $10 today? Because the market is like printing, like, it's like a dot matrix printer. It's printing so fucking slow. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Like, oh, I think that's a dollar bill. What's it printing here? It's like, you probably longed at the beginning of the day though. Recontract on 200 MA. Yeah. Can we get like a laser printer here instead of the old dot matrix? You know what I mean? Let's print a little faster. Come on, baby. 1K. There you go. That's a good trade. Now I'm going to tell you guys, I wish that this Tradeify was probably closer to 5,000 to 7,000. 10,000 is not bad. It just blew my consistency a little higher than I wanted. I mean, I have to, it guarantees a 50K buffer on this account, but I'm totally fine with that. It just means I have to trade this account with 4 contracts going forward. Now, I could purposefully lose money on that account. Try to bring it down a little bit. Problem becomes, if I purposely lose money, I risk making more. And then if I make any more, I'm just going to delete the account and start over. You know what I mean? Always out of that. Purposely lose money. I could lose some, but I'm at the sweet spot where 10 is okay. It just means I got to trade 4 contracts on this one account going forward. Well, all the other ones are trading like 1 contract. You guys ready? We'll do a little giveaway, give here. All right. Thank you guys for hitting the like button on stream. Thank you for joining the Rocket Scooter community. We are one of the biggest, coolest, awesomest live trading streams out there. In the morning, we run our stream from 9:30 until noon 30. Then I go to My Funded TV where I'm a live trader on that show. We were one of the bigger streams in the morning, so thanks for tuning in. We're growing very rapidly this year, this month especially. What do I got to give away? I got some Funded Next. We're going to wait for Funded Next before we reintroduce people to the situation. Oh, he's writing me right now. Okay. Just FYI. All right, so how many, just as for data collection, and I want you guys to tell me straight up, just with honesty, how many firms out there, just tell me from your actual point of view, not speculation, because I haven't used all the props out there. How many prop firms go from eval to funded, like when you pass your eval and you get funded and you're able to trade next day? I know Apex. I don't have a lot of experience outside the straight to funded world. And I don't remember what all my other situations were. So how many firms out there, once you pass your eval, you get your form that night and you're back to live trading the next day? TPT, Top Step, Apex as well, right? Top Step, TPT. TPT is next day. Yeah. Futures Desk. TPT, Top Step, Apex. What about My Funded Futures? Next day? I wasn't paying attention. Is it next day for My Funded Futures? How many people? Pretty much all of them, right? Tradeify went straight to funded, so I don't even know. My Funded Futures as well. So right now he said that they're working on getting, he's like, I'm aware of the customer pain points. We're actively working on it. He says, currently right now it's taking around 24 to 36 hours to get the funded account, including the KYC, but we're taking steps to solve these issues to make it faster. Also, some new packages are coming soon with our free model. I will have this sorted for sure. I don't know what he means by free model. Free model. A free model? I don't get it. Maybe it was like he's talking to his phone or whatever, and it sometimes Siri says the wrong thing. Funded model, straight to fund? I don't know. They probably meant their funded model. Their free model. Did he just leak the fact Fund Next going free? Hey, everybody, free. Why male models? You know, the best kind of models. That's your giveaway. All right, guys. Today we'll be rocking. As always, I want you guys to do me a favor. Like the stream, sub to the channel, join our Discord. Everybody do those three things right now if you haven't. Get ingrained in our community. If you do our boot camp, which is $20 a month, it unlocks full access to the Discord. Practically costs nothing. You learn trading with us every day in our afternoon boot camp we do. It's an hour and a half long. It's outside of YouTube and it's full on training. And I think people here will tell you it's very, very life-changing experience for many people. Read the reviews. No guarantees though, but for you, but it's one of the cool things to do. You can unlock the Discord, join our community with that, or just be in the free section. Either way, we do giveaways every single day. And as of right now, let's give away Tradeify. Type in Tradeify in chat, you guys. And what we're going to do is 2 50K growth accounts. Tradeify, type it up. And that's their end of the day drawdown account. Really, really awesome account that they have. Very competitive in the end of the day drawdown account world. It's probably on the list of accounts that you can get, I would say it's probably 4th on the list if you consider the ranking on end of the day accounts. I tell people, and end of the day accounts, My Funded Futures Expert is the top of the line. Top Step is probably 2nd. Funded Next is 3rd. And then Tradeify and ETF are 4th, which is great. This is in the hundreds of prop firms. This is how they rank. So Tradeify ETF in the top 5 as far as the best value for your buck. End of the day drawdown accounts, the growth accounts, I give away 2 of those in Tradeify. They're awesome. They're really good. They have a 35% consistency, which is great. They do have a daily loss limit, which is one of the hurdles to get over, which is why a lot of us for end of the day drawdowns do love My Funded Futures, because the expert has no daily loss limit, right? And that's why we use them. It's the best in class there. But we give away a ton of those on My Funded TV, which you guys should join me in roughly 1 hour. I'll be live on My Funded TV like I am every single day at 12:30. And these guys have been giving away 10 to 20 expert accounts every day I've gone live. They've been blessing our community. So I want all you guys to show up when I put the link in here and we switch over. Y'all all go over there for me, okay? And we're going to be trading there for about an hour. And then after that, I'm going to move right back into the afternoon stream here. So you guys all come back. Love it. And don't forget to use the Rocket Suitor code as you guys continue to grow the brand and grow the channel and use our code. I keep negotiating with these guys to give us even more and more and more accounts. Tradeify just blessed us with 15 accounts this month to give away. I'm buying a whole lot more from them to give away. Take Profit gives us like 15 accounts. I mean, we get or 13 accounts. We get a whole lot from our partners. So we really appreciate you guys. Find a Next gives us 12 accounts to give away. I'm going to do their giveaway as soon as they revamp their program. That way, when you pass, you get funded and like within the day. That'd be good. Today's PA is tiring. Bro, today sucks. I know. Just chill day. As much as I've made, it wasn't even that exciting. All right, we're gonna wait and chill on this. Half gap support, res greater than 0. Let's see if I can get that flush to my 90% A pluser. Be a great setup here. Type in Tradeify in chat, you guys. Today's the day you win, consistent investor. I feel like today's the day that you win. Really appreciate you guys. Like I said, when you check out our partners, keep using our code when you go over there because, I think a lot of people, they want you to use their codes. And when you do, they just make more money. But when we do, I go up to these firms and I say, we're doing more business with you. I'll give you more accounts to give away. So every little bit helps. And of course, we've negotiated ourselves from 12 giveaway accounts a month to 80 donated to us. And with the 20 or so I buy, we're up to about 100. Stream gets to be 1,000 viewers. I'll buy 20 more Tradeify straight to fundeds and then negotiate even further. So that'd be 120 accounts given away a month, which would end up being roughly 50 funded accounts that I give away every month. About 2 a day. Today we're giving away an Arby's roast beef sandwich to go along with your winning account. Please eat that out of my sight. I don't want to watch it. There's other ways I like to be grossed out. Eating a weird looking sandwich. Good luck, everybody. All right, Tradeify. These are 250K growth accounts. Other end of the day, which is awesome. Like I said, they have, what's cool about them, they have 35% consistency, which is good. It means you pass in 3 days. Pretty decent. For end of the day drawdown, there's no trailing drawdown to go with it, which makes them pretty nice. The drawdown is static throughout the day, resets once a day. And on that note, let's spin the wheel. You guys ready? You guys ready? Oh, wait, shit. Yeah, I was trying to hide to sneak the gun away, but you couldn't see it. Oh, we're getting the flush. See, I will be doing the giveaway when the market's finally moving. Now the flush is happening in the middle of the giveaway. Lingo, Forex, you have a minute to type something in chat. Ooh. The minute I start the giveaway, damn market's flushing. We'll get my A+ setup here in a second. All right, I gotta take sunglasses off. We gotta be serious. I'm gonna have to make a trade in a minute. Lingo Forex, congratulations. And like, of all times, right? Of all minutes, of all moments, we're gonna have to focus here. We're at half gap here. We drop down the expected area roughly about 40 points lower on NQ. We're gonna watch that pretty clean. Let's keep SPY in our purview here. SPY is good. Okay, QQQ is what to watch today. Bow, bow, bow. Had to get serious here, you guys, to take the glasses off. Serious mode today. Let's let her flush. Danush. Bow, bow, bow. Type something in chat, buddy. Type something in chat. You got 45 seconds. Let's go.
Talking to me, I don't need new friends. Rock a scooter, running plays, we ain't here to pretend. Numbers don't lie, but emotions do. Fear and greed, man, they cloud your view.
Oh fuck, let's go. Now we flushing. Hold up.
Let me show it to you. Yeah, trade smart, no FOMO, no chase. Money comes slow, but I keep my pace.
Grabbing the dip. Flush it out. Fucking A. Let's grab it. What is hell is going on here? Hello? The fuck is going on here? Crash there. Okay, I grabbed just one contract though. Just one. There's the level here. All right. Just one at the flush. Okay, so I got expected setup here. See if I can get it good. Wow, that overshot really bad. Okay, guys. Middle check news. Hold up. The setup I wanted. All right, let's pay attention here. Let's focus. What emotions do? He was trying to train discussions ongoing in London. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's hit that support here. There's that flush you wanted. Bull zone bottom. Let's hit it. Where's my fucking drawing tool here? Oh my god. All right, here it is. Where the hell did it go? I hate this fucking... There it is. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Good lord. Okay. Let's hang in there, baby. Don't flush. Don't kill us. Let's go. Let me let up tick chart here. Discipline, something's the only way. That's a pretty crazy bag to hold. I'm grabbing 4 of my accounts. Hang in that bull zone, baby. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. Give me some red. Give me some red. Let me add to this. Right hedge pressure. I mean, I'll just take 1, whatever. All right. Come on. Let's get that rip. Let's rip off of this. That flush was good, baby. That's it. There she is. There's that A double plus right here. I drew that all morning today. All morning I've been drawing that. All right, you guys yell at me if I start losing money, though, okay? I'm going to pick up this money on the floor. Hey-o. How we doing? Let's get some green on the board, baby. How quick am I picking it up? Some days you just want to wait and see if something good happens, right? This is it. All right, let's hit it with a second. Oh, no flush on us now. Hang in there, baby. Let's go. Oh, give us that rippy rip. I can't find anything in the news. I think we just basically flushed and swept the range. No fucking clue. Let's rip it. Let's go. Let's go. Back up to half gap. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I got in 4 accounts. Let's rip it. Wrap up the half gap. Raz is still grains there. Let's go. Let's go. Give me the flush. Give me the rip. Back to mid. Come on. Keep pushing. One more bump. One more bump. Let's go. Oh, ain't no paper account here, baby. These are all funded accounts. I'm a live trader with ETF. I'm a live trader with my funded future. As futures accounts, baby. This is straight to funded Tradeify. Let's go. Rip it to half. Let's go to half gap. Let's go. Daddy Papa 2K, a 20K day today. Let's hit it. Keep going. Keep fucking going. Keep running it. Let's go. Come on. One more green. One more green to half. Green to half gap. Let's go all the way up to half gap. Touch the mid. Push it. Push it. Just one more green. I'll close out and then wait for it to recover. So you wait all morning for this, baby. Let's go. Bulls on bottom is the best. Best little trade on this. Let's hold on to it. To fill the gap right here. 834. This is why you guys come here and watch me do fucking. This is why y'all come. This is what you come for. I had this on stream, written on the stream all freaking morning. Just written here. Probably one more red candle. Let's see if we can't. We should probably flush the spec to 0. Keep an eye out for this testable zone, but we'll see. There's not a lot of volatility, so don't expect us to overshoot too much. Testable zone back to there. gentlemen, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls. This is why you come here. That's why we're the best. That's why we're the best. We're the fucking best. Hey, guys, who grabbed the dip? Not telling you guys this investment advice, but who grabbed the fucking dip? Anybody here grab the fucking dip? Who grabbed that shit? Who grabbed that shit? There's half gap. There's the trade. There's the first trade, $1,000 bucks. Let's profit. Ready? Clicky, click, 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 click. Take it right through the middle. Right through the middle. And I'm fucking done. Okay, listen. I don't care what it does from here. I'm gonna grab the second dip when it falls. You guys want to see the damage? Rockets to chat, baby. Oh my god, we're so fucking good at this. We're so fucking good at this. I don't even fucking know anymore. Look. Add that shit up. Somebody add that up. I'm gonna take a leak. I'll be right back. How much did I make? Somebody type it in chat. Numbers don't lie, but emotions do. How much did I make? 23,737, Lee. Oh, nice. All right, I'm gonna trust what you said. 20K day. I'm good with that. 23 what? All right, I'm gonna wait for one more dip and long one more time at the bottom. 23,737. Thank you, Lee. I trust Lee in his math. The top one is my MyFunded Futures live account. The bottom five are my Tradeify, the only ones I've been touching on the stream. I forgot to tap at my funded next though. It should happen right during the giveaway too. Ooh, that was clean. This is go. All right, guys and girls, I want to know something. Hold on. It's 23K day. Good deal. Good deal. That's excited, excited, excited. I'm excited not because of the money's, you know, that's not the, you know, it's normal, but to, you know, feel a little excitement about crushing your trade that you fucking drew on the screen an hour ago. All right, this is why you're here, guys. Hit that like button. Sub to the channel. We're here live every day. I'll be on my funded TV in about like 40 minutes from now. I should have filled all the way to gap fill, but half gap is the trade, right? Resilience is still negative on the NASDAQ, so I only traded it right to half and closed out. You guys, all right. Anybody here, why just a guy named Lee with this math? This is true. Lee's always been an honest fella. Lee is he's always been on point. 69K, you guys are funny. 690, 420, only 24K, cool. Thank you guys, thank you guys. LG scan of velocity. Well, yeah. All right, didn't overshoot much. It overshot a little bit, but came up to it. All right, in chat, how many people, rockets or burrs or whatever, if you grabbed dip, bull zone bottom, confluence, monthly, weekly hedge pressure, bull zone bottom, 80%, 90% confluence, A double plus, expected hold, fucking handed it to you on a silver platter. I tell you, this is why on the bull days, I don't need to hold it a couple dollars. I wait for the flush and it gives it to me, right? I want to see what you guys in chat, if y'all made the trade. I didn't need to tell y'all to make a trade. You guys do your own thing. But if you made the trade, how much did you make? Let's see what you guys made. What'd y'all do? What'd y'all do today? I love it. I love you guys, man. Y'all are so smart. And the thing is, y'all go to the boot camp, y'all learn how to do this. I faded you, lost my entire net worth. That's okay, bro. I'll take you out for steaks tonight. Make it up to you. You know, you should come. Me and IDoc are gonna go get some tomahawk steaks freaking 24-ounce massive gigantor steaks. It'll help the pain go away. They have these awesome fucking drink cocktails that come in glass cups made of skulls. Like it's a silver skull with jewels on it. So imagine drinking like a spicy margarita in a giant silver looking skull. You won't feel bad after that. Eat some steak, dude. Yeah, come on. Just come to Houston, bro. Like, we got you. Good deal. All right, so you guys made some, y'all did some stuff. 3 accounts, good deal, good deal. $400, nice. 1K, 750, 870, 100, 1500, 700. You guys are making some bones here. Good deal. 1890, Sean Michael, good job. Again, this is you guys. I don't tell you guys to invest. I don't tell y'all what to do. You guys are all trained. I'll prove it, right? How many people here? Why did you do what you did? And what was your risk management plan? What was your trade plan? What was your PT? What was your stop loss? What was the whole plan here? And why did you do what you did? Is there a breakdown of your strategy? Yes, there is. We have an entire boot camp that goes through the different pieces of our strategy. I use my methods of finding volume. So it's volume prediction. We can predict volume in a volume profile. That's really the magic here. You guys want to see the actual magic of what it is we do? Awesome. I'll teach you guys something really fun. I can predict volume. As the first retail platform to have volume prediction methods. You can't predict price action, but you can predict volume. There are certain things that happen that cause volume to appear in the market. This is hedging volume due to the options exposure of dealers. On my screen to the right, let me make it really big so you can see. We can actually sort the entire price spectrum of something like QQQ into bull and bear zones. Bull zone is here, bear zone is here. Bull zone is basically where there are traders longed when there were no there was no way to sell to them. So dealers had to basically sell to the other side of the trade. We're long, market makers short. Market makers short with calls. Okay. They're neutralized trade. Short plus calls. We were the long the market. You and me bought QQQ. Short and call is a neutral trade when you delta hedge it. Okay. So they will delta hedge this by buying and selling the underlying. As price moves up and down, they have to buy or sell a certain amount of the underlying to stay neutral. And therefore, the maximum amount of that buying and selling is known as gamma. The maximum amount of delta hedging is gamma. Delta hedging is the max amount of order flow, or the order change for the order flow to max the delta change. So gamma is equal to the maximum order flow. If people talk about gamma exposure, you always wonder what it actually means. Gamma is max flow of hedging, of delta hedging. It's first derivative of delta. Okay. So max flow means max volume. This blue line is the weekly gamma exposure maximum of market makers in this type of situation. We created this algorithm that actually can pull market maker data from the options data feeds that we get straight from Opera. We go straight to the source. Hedge pressure is a guaranteed volume spike every time you touch it without fail. It is 100% accurate. It's that good. It is a volume spike. Bull zone bottom, same thing. Different relationships between different traders. Bull zone is a relationship between a trader and a market maker. Hedge pressure itself is a relationship between that market maker who bought the options and the market maker that sold them. In that particular hedging loop, as we call it, it predicts volume. So you guys can do, we'll have some fun with this. I want somebody that's new to chat. New to chat, first time here, be like, hey, I'm new to chat, and type a random ticker. Don't care what it is. A random ticker. And I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to let you throw curveballs at me. Shit I've never heard before. I'm going to show you exactly what we do. I'm going to put a volume profile on here. Okay. About to blow all of your minds. We have a legitimate edge in something we made here at Rocket Scooter. It's completely different. We're a team of mathematicians and engineers that came up with a novel idea that is making us go viral right now. All right. New here. Give me a ticker of like a stock. Chris, no, new. Chris. Oh my gosh. Chris, you missed out a conversation yesterday. Tyler's starting to stream. And we were talking about cameras and lights. I don't know if you were like, you know, it was so exciting for you, you fainted. But I was like, where's Chris, man? He's going to love this conversation. We were talking about cameras and lighting setups. And you weren't even here for it. I was so bummed. Chris is like the resident. Christoph does yacht photography, dude. Tyler, the guy below you, Christoph, He's a professional yacht photographer, bro. Like, look, this is like luxury photography with like perfect lighting. And like, I'm telling you, like, that's like next level photography. Nobody wants their shit to look as good as the rich. You know what I mean? That'll be your man if you want some, if you want some advice on streaming cameras and all that stuff. All right, here we go. All right, somebody type in a ticker. I'm going to teach you guys something really cool. Okay, first day here, somebody said hood, right? Okay, type in Robinhood. Okay, you guys know what a volume profile is, right? Everybody in chat? What a volume profile is, it shows you distributed volume. And let me go ahead and do this. So volume profile tells you volume of things that have already happened. Let's go to tick size. There we go. Okay, so this is where the volume has accumulated today. Robinhood has a key point of control level, right, at 72. You can see that. And actually, let's just look at just today. A multiplier by 1 chart. Okay, good. Yep. Okay, good. All right. So everybody see, like with Thinkorswim, I've drawn a volume profile. It's shown that Robinhood has key areas of interest right about 74 and some change, and right about 72. I'm just gonna go here and type it, right? Now, if it interacts with our pivots, so Robinhood didn't interact with our pivots, but if it interacts with any of our pivots, it will be guaranteed volume. So Robinhood is kind of playing in between the range right now, but it only has open and closed volume close to that 73.5, 74 area. So unfortunately, this one is not a good example of what we're doing, but your 73.5 area of open is right here where I circled. So this is one of the key points of control, is the open price, the close price. Every single line we draw on a chart will be high volume, except we map it out at the start of the day before the volume happens. We're telling you 77, 73.5, and 70 are your volume points of interest. And so as you get to them, we use options to derive the same formula. You will see that as we're trading around 73 today, or whatever, this is where there's a high volume spike here, the third highest on this area we're trading in today. Actually, the second highest. So we actually can tell you where the volume will be before the volume profile develops. We predict the volume profile using options. That's the next thing that we do here. All right, so a couple more. Like Adobe. Okay, somebody typed in Adobe here. Oops, let me put it in Thinkorswim first and then show you. Let's see if we get much on this one. I don't know where these crazy volume spikes are. Adobe is a weird example today. I don't know where this crazy volume is. These are like large reported, late report trades. So Adobe, right? Adobe also acting in between bear zone and bull zone. 417.5 and 420 are the key pivots in Adobe. Here's your 417.5. Here's your 420. You will see that high volume nodes will appear where we tell you they will appear based on where we draw it out. The difference is these high volume nodes have to have the volume play out for it to show up. We tell you at the start of the day. We get a day ahead of your high volume nodes. We'll show you high volume nodes where they happen. That's what it is. And we use options to derive it. It's a completely novel idea, different. So let me a couple more tickers you guys want. And let me just do today, one day instead of chart. Okay. Just today. A couple more. Somebody said PayPal. Okay. PYPL. So when you load up the volume profile, it'll tell you where some of your points of interest are in PayPal. 74, 75. This is the area that matters. And let's see what PayPal has right here. Because we can find volume, yep, and PayPal only had one key area to play with, which is 73.5, and this was a hedge pressure break. And again, of course, your 73.5 is your high volume node down in here. Now, at the end of the day, we are outside of no man's land. But the idea is that we use these high volume nodes to find out where we are going to be longing and shorting from. We can find them before they happen. And so each one of them has a probability that goes with it. The orange is based on monthly options. The blue is based on weekly options. And the zones are based on all options. Okay. Now, when you put them together, you get these really cool quality, like, single points of interest to play with. What you will notice, and that's really cool about what we do, is that our back test results, which were actually something that our team put together recently, and one of our members actually did this one for us, is that under ideal conditions, you bounce off of that high volume node on the orange 90% of the time. The blue is 80% of the time. Both of these greens are roughly 90%. And under these conditions, this is 90% and this is 90%. They are so high probable that you don't really have the pressure to push through them and break through them. And under normal conditions, when markets, we have some alerts that we look at. There's some alerts here that as long as all these lights are yellow and green, you get these high probabilities. If the lights are, some of them are red, then the probabilities drop, but not really that significantly. This is roughly 73%. Let's put 70 here. This one's 70% under all conditions. So ideal, the probability goes up. Not ideal, it's much better than the coin flip. So under most conditions, and I trade with like a 75% win rate. I always have these Tradeify accounts are 75% win rate. So today, right? So you have the volume pivots. You have the literally the diagram shows you which direction the flow is likely to take with the probability it's supposed to take. This doesn't have the number on it, but that was an 80%er here on the blue line. And the bottom bull zone is a 90%er. That's why all morning, those numbers are written there. Was it the bond auction that pushed the market around? So all morning, we had a 90%er, which was the bottom of the gray, and an 80%er here. And then I wrote the words crash, if you go to the bottom of the screen. Crash if you break that, because there's nothing catching it, and then it's expected here. So when the market flushed out, all morning, if you missed the stream, I was talking about if we flush, I'm going to catch the bottom and long it there. All right, and you guys, I don't know who's still holding on to their long up to that red line. Did you guys have fun with that? Who here's a fucking animal with balls of steel? James B, my bro. Say no to 9, bro. P Doggy held a runner, bro. Visionary, bro. Brian just got out. You guys, what an amazing textbook day. This was as textbook as I got. So this was, and I wrote the word free on my stream like an hour ago, didn't I? So very good trade. This was a clean, easy setup. I made $23,000 today. The winners, by the way, the giveaway winners, you need to go to, I'm sorry, I know this is why I hate doing the giveaways in the middle of a trade because we got busy. Giveaway winners, you need to send me a message in my Discord, take a picture of your YouTube ID so that I know that it's you. And then my name is Matt on my Discord. So go up there and send me a message. Join our Discord. If not, post in the contest channel. We'll hook you up at that point. Good deal. I didn't touch my funded next because I forgot. It happened so quick. I didn't get a chance to smash it. So I grabbed in all of my accounts that hadn't been. So let me start over. I grabbed it in 4 of my accounts, not all of my accounts. I added to my position on my funded live, which is here. And then I longed in these 3. I didn't touch either of these. These 2 are off limits today. They've made too much money. So basically I hit it in 4 of my accounts. I traded it right to half gap, which was the correct trade. I could have held a runner to go further, but I don't even care to do that. I just take the trade that makes the most sense, get in, get out, walk away. I was waiting for it to dip a second time. I would have done it again, but it didn't. And you guys are crushing it. And Q ripped more than ES. Yeah, it did a little bit more. Yelled all the way for 2K. Christoph, let's go, baby. Let's go. Hedge pressure is good. Bull zone is good. These are some of our stronger setups. We do teach a boot camp. It's $1 a day for a class. We don't even sell our stuff for expensive. We practically try to give the most affordable and substantial trading education for nothing. You can join our boot camp. It's 20 days. These are the stats that one of our members put together for the probability under all condition hedge pressure breaks that I mentioned earlier. If you were to come through and take a look at all this stuff, each particular liquidity map has probabilities to go with them. This is the back test of the market crash that we just had. And the market crash, we talked about the frequency at which hedge pressure will hold under all conditions. This is when those lights are red, basically not perfect conditions. You hold the same side of blue 68% of the time. You'll either not touch it, you'll bounce through it, or not. The other one is you'll go through it. Only 3 out of 10 times will break. On the downside, 40% it'll go the upward. So on the bull side of the market, 68% under ideal conditions, 73% on these conditions. We had the blue line here. This was a 68 under all conditions, but we are ideal today. It's roughly 80% from the ideal back test when the lights are green. This is when the lights are any color. This is any color back test with all alerts, all conditions. And at Rocket Scooter, our stuff is all statistics based and probabilistic based. And we have a 20-day boot camp that goes through everything. It gives you handouts that teaches you everything we do. All the setups, how to adjust for volatility, position sizing, risk management, everything, market avoidance strategies. We get PDFs that show the statistical edge that we have in some of our setups. And the entire program is only $20. That's it. That's it. It's like the cost of a book. It's not a $500 trading thing. It's not a $1,000, get in now while supplies last sort of thing. We give you the statistical distributions of some of our claims, the actual backtest results. This is a 30-year backtest result of some of the things, and we give the probabilities of the stuff that we do. I'm sure you might have paid $500 for some guru shit that draws triangles and butterflies and colored shapes and lines on a chart, and you probably feel like an idiot. Well, this is something that's put together by scientists and mathematicians, and it's a little different, and it's easy to understand. It's like, here's the level, here's the arrow, this is where I do. And so basically I'm betting that market structure doesn't change. If there wasn't a news event, which the first thing I did was look, that the market just flushed to liquidity and held. We find liquidity and we long it. We find illiquidity and we get out of the long. And that's basically the trading that we do. Jesus Christ, those of you still holding the long, y'all are crushing it. How are I longing multiple firms to Tradeovate at the same time? You can open Tradeovate multiple DOMs in the Tradeovate desktop app, and you just open them up side by side. I've got a screen full of DOMs. Each one is signed to a different account. So Tradeovate desktop app. For those of you that want to take the boot camp, we start it back up in about 2 weeks. Is by far, like I said, you will learn everything that you ever need to know about our style of trading, which is called volume prediction analysis. We do gamma. We're leaders in the gamma exposure world. We've surpassed your unusual wells, trading ticks, spot gamma. Our software is much better than what they do because we can isolate dealer activity, and none of them can do that yet. We cracked the code, and in our reviews for our courses, you can come see that there's been thousands of people have taken our courses, and these are reviews of actual customers upwards of a year ago, all the way up until now. 5-star, 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 5-star. It just goes. Okay. The boot camp for $20. People have said they can't believe it's not $3,000, stuff like that. I don't want to sell a trading course. I already do very well in life. And my goal is to get you guys something that's substantially affordable. And if you guys want to take it, the link is in chat right here. I'll give it to y'all. We start up in 2 weeks again. We have one of the biggest discords in futures trading, period. We have roughly about 10,000 people in our Discord. We made this trading platform. You see on the screen, I'm the CEO of the company that made this trading platform. Our goal is this year to create an on-the-fly backtesting module that shows these probabilities for you. Our goals later in the year are to connect this to multiple various prop firms and brokers to go further with allowing you to trade different prop firms in the account, in the platform itself. So you're still holding up 7K, visionary, bro. Good job. Carter, 13K. My dudes, man, you guys. Like, this is what I'm saying. In bull markets, sometimes you just got to be patient. Nothing's happening. You get the dip, you get the rip, and you're going to usually, wait for it, right? Opportune moments. As opportune moments just spoke up. That was a strong flush on NQ. When it goes more than 40 points on your trade, how do you judge when to exit? You mean if you take a stop more than 40? In a non-volatile environment, 40 is it. I pull the plug. When it hits 40 and continues to press lower with higher volume, I get out of the way. If it presses lower with declining candles without advancing volume, I tend to hold on for a little bit more to just see if it's overshooting. You don't have the guts to hold this long? I usually don't either. I usually, on those retracement trades, I trace it right back to the controlling pivot, and then I'll just close out or sometimes hold a runner. With rest still being negative, I decided to close at half cap just to see if it bounced back again at bull zone. I would have tapped it one more time. But this was a textbook rocket scooter play. I mean, the algorithm on the side shows the arrow, shows the flow. We overshot, right? I took about 600 something drawdown on that just because I caught the falling knife. But I mean, we know the probability is going to hold pretty high. I was willing to risk losing more, but I didn't. Good trading day today all around, you guys. By the way, I'm the host of My Funded Futures TV, Lunch Money with Matt. I'll be live there in about 25 minutes. So everybody here, especially if you were here, let's go in there. Please support me on that stream. They're doing so well by us. They've given away, in the 2 weeks I've been there, about 200 expert accounts. They do giveaways every day. They give us more accounts to give away on our stream too. Thank you for supporting us there. But I'm gonna head over, do that for an hour, then come back here and continue to trade on my channel. Everybody here, if you can jump on My Funded in about 15 minutes when I drop the link, start hyping it up, give us some support. We'd really appreciate that if you like what we do here. RST, yeah. So you can't trade different firms in Tradeovate in the same instance. So I have one desktop version of Tradeovate open, dedicated to Tradeify. All my other Tradeovates that I have open, one of them's for My Funded, one of them's for Funded Next. You can't do multiple DOMs in the web version. I open multiple web instances because you only have one desktop instance at a time. So I have the desktop open with 5 Tradeovate DOMs. The web version, I just flip between the accounts and trade them. I go to the account, I click the little drop down and change the account number and trade it. Or I'll right click in the account and just long from there instead of longing from the DOM. So you have to use the desktop to get multiple, but you can't, in Tradeovate, you can't open multiple prop firms in the same Tradeovate. They just don't let you do it. Ninja, you can. Ninja Trader allows you to do it. How do you get the trial? Go to the website to check out the trial. Trial the platform also comes with the boot camp. It's $100 for all the software, all the tools, and the trainings comes with it. Boot camp's right at market close. We get about 100 to 200 people in that boot camp every single day. Some people have taken it 10 times. We cycle all the way back around every time we start over. What the fuck do I normally look at when I'm about to make an entry? Like in this case, I enter at these strong pivots only. I give you a, like here, I give you a freaking cheat sheet of what I do. These are all my trades. I long on orange line, I long on blue line, I long on blue line breaks, I long on dark gray, light gray, trade like this. I long on green arrow on this, on this green line. This is all I do. When the market hits these levels, I use other confluence to decide if I'm going to hit it with a bigger position or a smaller position. I use a system for that. I look at these lights. If these lights are green, I look at these numbers. If they agree, if everything's kosher, I long the bigger position. If not, I long with the smaller position. What's the size position? My position sizing guidelines are up here at the top. Normal trade, medium size trade, small trades sit out. And these are the conditions that allow me to change the size of my bet. So everything I do is a system. This is no guessing. This is no whatever. Systematic. So I very rarely deviate from the system. Pretty much the same setup every day. Prop firms, I usually trade between 1 to 2 NASDAQ or 2 to 4 ES for my normal size trades. Most of the mediums are roughly 1 to 2 NASDAQ. That's it. I don't do much else. I just follow the guide. I find pivots and then I long on them. Occasionally I'll short, but occasionally I'll short. Yep. But by far, you can trust this community. Most people in this stream have gone through the boot camp. And our goal in making a trading boot camp was that it was going to be a free education. And it has always been free. If you use the platform, you can come to the boot camp for free. You still can. As more and more people joined the stream and we got bigger, people are like, hey, I'd love to do the boot camp, but I can't afford $150 for software. How do I do it? So we decided to open the boot camp up to the public. And as we were growing the company, we said, well, we have 2 employees that help us run the boot camp, the educational material. They edit the videos every day, edit the YouTube videos, and they make the content, make the PDFs, make the commercials. Like I have a girl that makes these things right here, right? These cool things. She does all the graphics, all the design. And so we decided that we would charge $1 per class per person, just $1. And the $20 per person raised, you know, makes enough money to pay those 2 salaries. And we don't really make profit from it. So it's basically free for me, or free-ish. I don't make any. So it's a community service we do. The boot camp is designed to be free. You're just supporting the actual boot camp itself. And why I didn't charge a lot of money for it? Because I am a very good trader. very good businessman. I already make a fortune doing all the things I do. The last thing I'm going to be doing is known as a guy that sells a fucking trading class, because I think that's lame. I think trading class gurus are mostly pieces of shit that sell you garbage. And I wanted to make a giant fuck you to all of them and make mine $20. That's it. It's really the story. Like, people sell garbage for expensive things. People need you to pay their bills, whatever. Mine is as free as it can get. It'll always be that way. Never raise the price on that. That's like the Costco hot dog. Every day we meet for about an hour, hour and a half right at market close, and I train rigorously on choice making, position sizing, market avoidance strategies, trend identification, cascade trades, like tandem trades, like second and third entries, how to split your risk up, how to adjust for volatility. I mean, it's all there. It's a masterclass in betting strategies. It's not a, here's the pattern, buy the dip, here's the purple triangle overlapping the yellow triangle, just long, bro. It's not something absolutely stupid like that. It's professional betting strategies, strategic, statistical betting strategies, like a poker player would teach. What's your confluence? How big do you bet? What's your confidence? Bet big when confidence is high, bet small when confidence is low. Where do you cut? Where do you trim? All that stuff. So the idea was like, can we build the best thing there is for people, and then just, like, you know, give it away at cost for the most part. Did I miss all the trades that you take today? No, dude, we've been trading all morning. All morning. You missed everything I did today if you just chimed in. But yeah, I've been crushing all morning. Not faith-based. It's all statistical based, right? Everything we have is back-tested with probabilities. And so the goal is we teach you how to survive such that your probabilistic edge that you create for yourself wins. If you have something that wins 60% of the time, for example, you may lose 5 or 10 times in a row. You still can, because it's statistics. But the idea is we teach you to survive those 5 or 6 times you lose in a row, such that the 60% over time carries you. The goal is to survive over time. Your odds can carry you. With some setups like today, you had a 90%, 80% stacking on top of each other. This was a no-brainer. I think everybody here got so excited when they saw the market dip. You saw how excited I got, right? I was like, oh, hell yeah. I was like, oh, it sucks. It's happening in the middle of the giveaway. I'm like rushing to get the giveaway over with. Patience, wait for your setup, approach it correctly, set your risk and reward. This was a fantastic 3-to-1 trade. If you got all the way to the top, I was gunning for the 1.5 to 1 portion of it, which I got. Yeah, that's good. It's critical decision making, as Julian said. It's the best way to say it. I really appreciate that. I'm an engineer. You know, part of the engineering skill set when I was a training engineer, my first real big plant job, the first day on the job, my boss, you know, comes in my office and he hands me a book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. And he goes, I want you to read this as your first assignment. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, just read it. Sit in your office and read it. Take it home and finish it. Read it today. I was like, okay. Nothing to do with engineering. Nothing to do with my job. Nothing to do with writing an acrylic acid monomer reactor, which is what I did. Nothing to do with any of that. It was a book called Outliers. It's a book about things that people who master their craft, or geniuses who are good at what they do, traits that they have in common, right? Something they do to master what it is they're doing. And it's a great book. It's very inspiring. I understood as I'm reading it why he's making me read it. His job is to, you know, it's a book about how masters shape themselves to be masters of their craft, what it takes, the dedication that make you like the outlier on the bell curve. Very good book. Yeah, so my first day on the job, I was sitting in my office reading a book. And it wasn't learning the system. It wasn't, you know, like, it was just like, you know, take a look at this when you get some time. We're going to walk you around, introduce you to everybody you're working with, and, you know, show you around the building. But, you know, this is what I want you to do first. And I started to learn, like, he was trying to teach me how to think. It's different than teaching me how to do my job. It was, you know, you're going to be putting in 10,000 hours to master a craft. You have to be okay with that. But it was like learning about a lot about yourself. And I think, and I was inspired really early on in my trading career that, you know, that is, you're carving yourself out a little bit over time as time goes by. And you're really trying to master a craft. Anybody can be good at guitar, right? You can buy a guitar, you go to a party, You can play fucking Wonderwall after a week of lessons. Yeah, that chick will sleep with you, whatever, because you sounded cool. But the difference between you and like Eric Clapton, miles of difference. You might be like, oh, you know, he plays the same song I do. Well, no, there's a whole masterful strategy, you know, to like sounding, get the tone that you want. Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits, like you can try to play Money for Nothing. You'll never sound like the way he plays it, right? So the idea is to master your craft is like, it's just a million steps of fine tuning to be really good at what you're doing. And managing a reactor is a million steps of fine tuning an imperfect thing that you don't understand, that's going to be irrational sometimes. And you got to like, you know, keep pushing it. He's like, you know, reactors are a big black box. We don't know what goes on inside of them. We have the math and the science to know what comes in, what goes out. But it's like internally, you know, your job is to figure out when something goes wrong. We have a million data points to look at every day. You know, you need to find problems. You need to make guesses. You need to make assumptions. And you're going to be constantly like tailoring this like a musician. You're going to constantly be working at it. He said by the end of, you know, your tenure year, you're going to be an expert at this thing. You're going to be the only one that knows how it works. You're going to be the only person that knows where to kick it to turn it back on. He's like, you're going to be the only, we're all going to rely on you. He's like, going to put in your expertise, you know, and you're going to master this thing. And then we're going to rely on you because that's your job, to master this thing. Not here's what you do it. It's like, we need you to figure it out and tell us what to do. And you'll be the master. And that was kind of cool. Like, you know, he says, all the effort and time you put into this, you need to tell us what you've learned. If you do this, what happens? If you do that, what happens? What are the relationships between all the things inside the reactor? Yada, yada. And the book is going to teach you about, you know, mastering your craft sort of thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. And so he spent a lot of time teaching me a thought process, rather like how to solve problems critically rather than giving me the answer, because they didn't know the answer. Taught me how to think so that I can come up with the answers for them. And it was there's like great mentors. One of my favorite stories in life is my mentors from Dow. They were great. Anyways, the thing I try to employ, especially here, teaching here, is same thing I used to teach. I used to teach engineering class at the University of Houston back in the day. Same thing I used to teach there is inspiring people how to think critically, because you don't always know the answer, and you don't want to leave somebody out there just memorizing an answer. So the goal is to teach you how to think like a trader. And in the classes, we spend a lot of time teaching you how to think like a trader. Every decision you make is risk-based. Because nobody's holding your hand when you do this. Even if you're trying to watch somebody on YouTube and copy what they do or whatever, which you shouldn't be doing, you're always going to be behind if you don't understand their decision-making process. What makes them good and maybe you not good is they can think like a trader. They have every contingency plan. They know what they're supposed to be doing. They know when it's not working. Boom, 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 boom. You love my voice in live streams? Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, my glasses are all dirty here. But yeah, so like what we want to do is create a trading program that teaches you how to think. It mostly revolves around betting sizes, adjusting your bet based on contingencies. It's not like, here's the pattern, follow it, bro. Trust me, it works. We start on the premise that the stock market is random and you can't predict it. So we built a strategy on top of that. I have a 75% win rate on a random market. Let me do my mouse here. I'll show it to you guys. Where's my freaking mouse? Tradify website working again? Here is my... Oh, it hasn't updated with today's P&L, but whatever. This is like my... This is before today. This is my Tradify win rate. I just snapped a photo from the dashboard. 74% win rate over, what is this? 470 something trades over the last 5 months. So risk management allows this. I'm up 150K now, something like that. Hasn't updated today, but probably after today, maybe 150K with Tradify over that time period. And what is the secret, right? The secret is really just knowing where to trade from, finding volume, finding liquidity, longing it, finding illiquidity, shorting it, and betting the right size with the right risk management strategies, position sizing strategies, and that's it. That's how I do it. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, we go live on My Fund in a little bit, guys. All right, everybody do me a favor. All right, everyone come to My Funded Futures TV today. They're gonna be doing huge giveaways probably. Let's go over there, give it some love. Everybody go here, jump in chat, say you love Matt. There's a link. Say, we want Matt, we want Rock Scooter. Go give us some love. You guys go over there, then huge giveaways today. They do giveaways all the time over there. And then after that, I'll come back here and trade. So follow me there and then follow me back. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We had a wonderful time. My name is Matt. I'm the CEO of the Rocket Scooter Company. I'm CEO of Rocket Place. I'm a live futures trader. Been trading since 2015 on YouTube, 2016. And we're here all day, every day in the morning. Now I'm going to go host My Funded TV. Comment over there, dude. They love to give you guys accounts, tons of giveaways. We'll talk about it. What days and times do I trade? Every day from 8:30 in the morning, which is hour pre-market, all the way through the end of the day. But I bounce between various YouTube shows and stuff. Well, head on over there, guys. We'll see you later. But yeah, sub the channel on the way out. We'll be here every day in the morning. You're in Toronto? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's perfect timing for you. Good time. I'm in Texas. Their giveaways are trash. I'm helping. We're trying to figure out better ideas on how they can do their giveaways. So we'll get there. They just have so many people there, you know? Love you guys. All right, how do you enroll in the giveaways? Just be there. They'll tell you. They have 2 different ways to do it. Yeah, I'll be coming back after y'all. The codes are annoying. I know. We're trying to come up with the solution. YouTube is very limiting on that, but we're trying to figure out a better solution on how to do bulk giveaways. If somebody here wants to take on the task of writing a browser add-on that they can just read YouTube chat and then spit out 20 random names with ChatGTP, I'm all ears. My programmer's out there. That's my solution. Let's build an add-on. You say in this chat? No, James, you guys all get out of the other chat. Other channel. The form is okay. Yeah, it's not bad. This channel right here. Everybody go there. Peace.